Progress.
The whole wide world ignited if it's all night. 10-star general play them all night. You don't know a 10-star general. Boom, keep it like oh, shit.
Why you certain DJ talking about damn lawyers and all the cordon? Hey, hey. Come on. Me got it and they say you champion. So what about what it and they say you champion. Come on. Me got it and they say you champion. See what about that it and they say you champion. Come on. Me got it and they say you champion. See what about what it and they say you champion. Come on. Me got it and they say you champion. See what about that it and they say you champion. I'm not in the business from 1981. My first big up that keep on going here, man. With Peter Metro, yes, I'm the good in the man. In the 1982, me never did have no name. Me got some power with Peter Metro, they get some skin. In the 1983, me never pointed ready. The people, them love after that when it's early day. Them can they bicycle, they run the country. Every man, them did a flash of 21 frame rally. In the 1984, me did a call in every state show. And every dance hall. In the 1985, Slim Pin run the country. And now we cannot
My guest today is Sleepy Wonder, the legendary. We put legend in front of Sleepy Wonder. We've had him on our show before, and we continue to bring him again and again and again because he's just that bad. In wicked, in bad, and in deadly, and in dangerous. And he is a Grammy nominated artist in the past, right?
Yes.
Grammy nominated Sleepy Wonder. So
yeah, they got to put some spec on my name. They got to put some spec on my name.
Oh my God, say it again, brother.
All right, they just got to put a little bit of spec on the name.
Know it, right? They got to put some respect on the name. Put it on there.
That's a little bit.
Man. Bless up Gloria from Nigeria. Good to see you. Bless up.
Hey. Come on. They got it and they say you champion. So what about it and they say you champion. Come on. They got it and they say you champion. See what about it and they say you champion. I'm on in the business from 1981. My first big up that keep on going here, man. With Peter Metro, yes, I'm the good in the man. In the 1982, me never did have no name. Me got some power with Peter Metro, they get some skin. In the 1983, me never quite get ready. The people, them love after that when it's early day. Them can they bicycle, they around the country. Every man, them did a flash of 21 frame rally. In the 1984, me did a call in every state show. And every dance hall. In the 1985, Slim Pin run the country. And now we can start and turn to Irie. We have now, where do they Nobel and they won Miss Ali. In the 1987, they get a trophy. Them can the terrorists on the flash with many. They match up the dance with the created country. And walk off the stage with the trophy. Because yes, me at it and they say you champion. Say but I wonder what it and they say you champion. Because yes, me at it and they say you champion. Say but I wonder what it and they say you champion. DJ business nobody that peer competition. To be a DJ, your lyrics them up strong. Your lyrics can't shut, your lyrics them up long. The bitch at these and lyric people can understand. Because internet lyric people pay attention. And when them gonna show them appreciation. Sometimes them for you, sometimes and them no vision. No you sleep a one that the long mark I'm a ready. They get it and they say you champion. They get it and they say you champion. Word man they say it and they say you champion. It and they say you champion. No, come in man, hold me long. Hello man, but you're so much in the bones. And I don't do nothing for the benefits. Don't have mercy.
Look at my co-host Cheryl Mango in the building all the way from New Jersey. How you doing? Can't hear you. You have to unmute.
Now you can hear me now.
I can hear you right now. Good, good, good. We have some more people coming in. Bless up everyone. James Tom, bless up yourself. Good to see you. Sharon Mango and Swinton. We have the great Sleepy Wonder, the legendary. We have to put some respect on him name, you know. You can't say Sleepy Wonder without putting legend.
Very, yeah, man.
Yeah. South Africa in the building, Kasim Collins. We have Kasim Collins in the building, all the way from South Africa. Bless up yourself. Good to see South Africa in the building. We have Germany in the building. We have New Jersey. We have enough people in the place, man. We know some more is going to be coming in. I'm trying to make you, Sharon, the co-host. So we're speaking this thing in real time. So let me just see how I can do that.
So I think you can tap on my name when you go into the participants.
Yeah.
When you go into participants on the top. And you click on my name.
I learned something new.
Well, look
Do I
at that.
want to make you co-host? Of course I do. There you go. There you go, my co-host. How you doing?
I'm good.
Right, we're going to do the introductions and we're going to start. We are recording that from now. So bless up everyone who's in the building. So it's good to see everyone. This is our new format. We're getting used to Zoom other than, what do you call it? We're trying to stay away from
that other station, that other platform.
The other platform. Let's just put it that way.
The
This
other
seems to be more better. How does the sound come across to everyone so far?
Good.
I am good.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So you're hearing the music and everything is on fire. Good. That's what we want to see. Now we're going to do the introductions. Bless up everyone. We have some legends in the building. We have icons in the building. Bless up yourself. We're going to start with Sharon Mango. I want Sharon to introduce herself to the world.
Hi.
Explosion this morning in Northeast.
Wonder, everybody.
Who's
Hi, good morning. Sleepy Wonder. Good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
I tell you what, there's somebody who is unmuted. I'm trying to mute everyone. I'm going to mute everyone and then Sleepy and Sharon will just unmute themselves. All right. Right. So unmute yourself, Sharon.
Yes, got it.
All right. Sleepy Wonder, unmute yourself.
Got it.
Good. And Sharon Bentley, unmute yourself.
Is she on here? Yeah,
Yes,
Sharon.
good. So we're going to start with Sharon Mango. Introduce yourself, please.
Again, good morning. Bless up to all those in the building today. Sleepy Wonder, it is a pleasure to have you with us today. The legendary.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Right. Sharon Bentley.
Yeah, bless up everyone. I'm Sharon Bentley from Vibes Peace Freedom Music Promotion. And I work alongside 10 Star promoting the artists.
Thank you.
Bless up Sharon Bentley. Sharon Bentley, by the way, has been a loyal sister to me over the last, 12 or so, 15 years.
Yeah.
And she's, been by my side. Even when I stepped off for 2.5 years, she was still pushing my platforms for me when I stepped away and didn't want to come back. And then she encouraged me greatly. And here we are today. So I give it up for Sharon Bentley. So bless up yourself, Germany Massive.
Bless up.
Bless up.
Sharon, I'm going to ask you to mute yourself, yeah? Okay, so we have the legendary Sleepy Wonder in the building. Sleepy Wonder is a person who we reached out to quite a few years ago. Do you remember how long it was, Sleepy?
It was about 8 years ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ooh, time flying, man. Look at that.
Yeah, I was on tour. I was on tour and he caught me between hotel runs and immigration.
That's right. and you were with Thievery Corporation, right?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
Man, oh man, and those were great times. I tell you where I remember Sleepy Wonder from. And by the way, let me just introduce myself. I'm 10-Star General. Anyway, you see Stockade Promotions, Stockade Records, Stockade, whatever, that's me. I've been in the industry for many a year, and I started out doing some producing. One of the reasons why we're doing these conversations right now is because I feel like there's a dying need or an ever-growing need to have these conversations to preserve our history. As we know, many of our legends are dying off, and a lot of our history is lost. A lot of our history is distorted. Sleepy Wonder, I look at as one of the pillars of our industry. Yeah. He's been in it for many years. He's been doing it diligently. Like I said, he was nominated for a Grammy. He's going to tell us all about that some time ago. I know he's got some plaques, not a plaque.
Plaques.
Plaques.
We got
so he's going
some
to tell us
proof.
about his history.
We got some proof.
Yes,
all
we
right.
Speak there. Proof,
Yeah, we got some proof.
What was that a Scud missile or was that a little baby grenade?
And by the way, I should let everybody know, Virginia Beach is in a military state. So every so often you will hear F-30 fighter jets flying over, and I have no control over it.
Ah, there you go. There you go. All right. So Sleepy, we're going to get you to introduce and just say your hellos to everybody who's here to say, you know, to listen to this conversation. Just introduce yourself quickly to the massive.
Hello to the massive. It's Miss Archer son Sleepy Wonder. You understand me? The same little youth from Minimart. And we took it from the basement from Minimart and we took it to the world. It's still Sleepy Wonder. It's a pleasure to be here. Personally, I get a chill out of running my mouth about my accolades because I think personally in me, I don't think my accolades have been spoke of enough because sometimes you're not on that top 10 Jamaican situation. Like, you know, if people are looking to see me with a Vibes Cartel, you won't. But if you skip over and look into the alternative markets, and you'll see that I'm getting three gold records and complete sold out tours all across the world, and I'm very comfortable with that. I get to understand you can't please everybody, so that's where I'm at with it. Good morning, people.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, there's so much to speak about that I believe when we spoke the last time, I don't believe I delved in a little bit hard enough. So I'm going to go full throttle with this conversation with yourself today. And the intention is to ensure that everyone understands the length and breadth of your history, you know. I want to start off with you sharing with us your earliest possible memory before music became a part. Tell us where you grew up, what life was like growing up as a kid, and just lead us up to where you left Jamaica and went to New York.
Okay. I am what you call a living cliche because I'm born at Jonestown Jungle, but went to school in Tivoli. You try to figure that one out.
So that answers why you and Triller.
Yes.
Okay.
We're area mates. Right. And the thing was, I passed common entrance to go to Excelsior. However, my mom was the head of the business department in Tivoli. Tivoli had a program within the high school that if you do 4 years of their program, you actually gain a business degree or an engineering degree. It depends on what you went in for. With me, I went in for the business because my mom was head of the business department. So
Okay.
while I was playing soccer and stuff for Excelsior, and she just kind of ejected me from that and kind of interject me into the Tivoli thing, I had to go with the flow. My mom is not normally wrong. She know what she's doing. So, you know, it's all about, back then, my mom had me type in 50 words a minute at home without any formal training. And I was doing shorthand. I was doing Greg and Pittman shorthand because my mom will, she would say something to me and say, write it in Pittman. And I should know because she taught me them. Right. So she just took me to Tivoli to properly train the brain. So when I graduated Tivoli, I graduated with a full business scholarship, you know. And that was the best move. Yeah, that was the best move ever.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So then by the time I came to New York in '84, you're not looking at just a high school graduate. You're looking at somebody that has a Pittman degree, which is an English degree. You can look it up. A Pittman degree in England.
Know it.
That is where I got my business and my English degree from. And my English degree was intermediate. It wasn't elementary. It wasn't advanced.
Okay.
You see? So she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
I just couldn't see it at the time.
God
what
bless
did you
her.
want to become as a youth growing up? What did you want to become?
DJ. Peter Metro live right around the corner. Yellow Man live right around the corner. Sugar Miners live right around the corner. Triller live right up the road. That was my intention. The old lady was like, you could do that, but you got to give me these papers first. You know?
Right. I'm
She was on that. So I'm going to hurry up and give her the paper so she can't leave me alone.
Yeah. Sherry, over to you.
So Sleepy, Sleepy. Where did the name Sleepy Wonder come from? How did that come into effect?
I have what you call, all right, to begin with, I have sickle cell, the disease.
Okay.
Okay. A side effect from my sickle cell is these droopy eyes. So like growing up in school, they don't know why my eyes are a little low. Say sleepy or Sammy look up. It's, you know, so it came.
Sammy look up.
Sammy look up. Yeah, that's what they would call or look a bush. Because it looked like one eye is looking up, the other one is completely shut.
Okay.
Yeah, it was bitter. It was bitter. But I went for the flow because I understood that they did not understand. You know?
This is true. That's very true. Yeah. Okay, so after finishing school now, you still want to do the DJ thing. How did that begin? Like you said, Metro was down the road, Triller down there, so Sugar Minor over there. So where did you come in? Where did you start? Like what gave you the bug?
There was a youth squad. There was 2 youth squad in my area. It was Sugar Minor Youth Promotion.
Okay, yes, that's right.
There was one called Stacks, which is now, you know it as Shocking Vibes.
All right.
Okay, so Little Kirk, Tanto Metro, Beanie Man, Little Lenny, those are all my friends growing up.
Wow.
See what happened? So, but when we got called to come up for the green card, I had to roll. I was not old enough to tell the parents no. So I came to New York and I got the paper. You know, you have to sit down 8-9 months before you got the paper. And so then in that retrospect, you find out that the whole of my friend, them, Beanie Man, Kirk, Tanto Metro, Little Lenny, they blew up down there while I blew up in New York.
All right. Yes.
So that's how that worked out.
Wow, look at that. Your story is definitely different. Yeah, look at that. Because for the majority of them, I think that a lot of them started out with sound systems, you know what I mean? Jumping on the sound system. And your whole story is you started it from here, which is amazing because that's something that's not easily attained either as a reggae artist.
I continued it from here. I started off in jungle with Beanie Man and Tanto Metro and Little Lenny and Little Kirk. But I came up, I'll say 2 years before they blew up officially.
Okay.
So I came up 2 years, but while I was here, I was making a lot of heat here also. So I was being recognized here.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Wow, wow, wow.
That is amazing.
So how
Yes,
did you
please.
end up in America?
I mean, I forgot wake up Mr. Archer from out of the grave, but it was their story. Yeah, it was. I just buried my dad. My mom went a couple years ago, but I just buried my dad in November.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah,
Thank
sorry
you
to
so
hear
much.
that.
Thank
Sorry
you.
to hear
Their
that.
plan was not to have us there because the whole diaspora of my age group is getting killed every 5 minutes. The stigma of young youths my age, we are an endangered species. So the parents, my mom was the head of a business department in Tivoli. She had status, and my dad was the chief editor of JIS or AIP, or whatever you want to call it in Jamaica.
Okay.
Which is
what is JIS, by the way? What is that?
JIS would be Jamaica Information Service.
Okay.
But when the government changed, when JLP lose and PMP win, then it turns to AIP, which is Agency for Public Information.
Right.
And then, yeah, but my dad was with both the government because he was the only one with the skill brains to edit what they want to publish. You know, back then, you know, information is not really policed, but it's been looked at.
Right. Right. Right.
So you ended up in the US, and then what was that adventure like, stepping in the US for the first time?
Man, if I tell you about that, you're gonna laugh. Hey, when I came to the US and I cleared immigration and customs, and you go through that revolving door,
right?
I continued through the revolving door. I went back into immigration because it was like 2 degrees. So I run back into immigration, and I see my sisters there waiting with some. This is the deal. They didn't have no lot of money, but what they did, they had their jackets. I had a pink jacket, and my brother had a little purple jacket, right? They were going to take us shopping tomorrow, but the wind that I felt coming out that door, I wanted nothing to do with it. So I went back into immigration, and the guys asked me what's wrong, and I said, I don't know, you tell me.
Oh, wow. Kasim, you have to mute.
Where's that? Okay, Kasim, can you mute, please?
Kasim, because the mute.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me just mute. Okay, good.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, continue, my brother.
Oh my gosh, that's a funny story. That's too funny.
So you couldn't take the cold.
It was also serious because like immigration is looking at like, well, he don't want to be here.
Yeah.
So now we created an issue. My sisters is running behind me with these purple and pink jackets. And immigration is like, he does not want to be here. So it was a situation where we had to sit down and talk with a delegate.
Yeah.
Right.
My whole thing was, I've never felt that gust of wind before. That's all that was. I want to be with my sisters. I'm not trying to create a problem. I have never felt that gust of wind at 2 below 0 before ever in my life.
Wow.
So give me a go around. Give me a second go.
All right.
Right then.
When I came Jamaica.
When I came out of Kennedy, I had a pink jacket on, a pink earmuffs, a pink scarf. I looking like a straight chick, but it was okay. I got to the car. We got to the car and they took us to Sears, immediately to Sears, and we got some boy stuff.
His pink jacket, I can imagine. That's
pink
funny.
Jacket. My brother had on a purple jacket. I had on the pinks. I think I was the worst.
Mercy. What a memory.
These are just my sisters trying to do big sister things, you know. I have to play along. You understand me?
Yeah.
So you ended up in New York, and then what was the next process? Did you go back to school? What happened after that?
It wouldn't make sense I go back to school because I already graduated school with honors. That they would like to put me back 2 grades, and my sister did not see the use of that.
And I
This
know
is
some
true.
families who do that, you know, who put the
Yeah.
kids back at least 2 years.
That's true.
Yeah, they want to put me 2 years, and here I am with Pittman degrees and a high school diploma and 2 Pittman degrees. One was business accounts, and the other one was shorthand. I could get a job at this point. Like I am the prime candidate for a job in a business office, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So my sister's like, no, we're not going to do that. That's a waste of time. So what she did, there were night schools going on at the time, and she would just enroll me to just keep the brain going and me not being in the streets all day.
Right.
Right.
It wasn't any real aim because everything they were teaching me I already know. Right? It was just,
Yes.
okay, they're at work. You can't just be in the house. So
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock, I would have to go to Borough Street in
Borough Street, Manhattan.
in Manhattan.
Yeah.
We'll have to go there and sit in a class. And it was almost like a GED class, but I wasn't taking GED because I already had a high school diploma. So
Right.
I was just going through the motions. And then somebody took me to a song named Third World in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Somebody recognized that I was a sleeper from Jamaica. And they took me to Third World and they turned the sound on. And of course, I acted up. And those guys immediately, Bully Dread, take out $500 out of pocket and put it in my hand and say, you're going nowhere. So now things are type of looking up. My sisters never understand it though. Why would somebody give you $500? A drug, you know? You're not drugs. You know? So I still have to deal with that. Michael Jarrett, big prominent name back then. Michael Jarrett came to my house and kicked it with my sisters. And so I would take him places, and every time I bring him back, he will come home with money, but I could guarantee it's not drugs. Your little brother have talent. They trust Michael Jarrett. So Michael Jarrett was my conduit, you know?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
big up Mikey Jarrett.
Yes.
Okay, you can pick it up from there, Sharon.
So you said that somebody who was it, if you remember, who was it that found out you were the Sleepy Wonder from Jamaica? Like who?
My friend Winnie Rankin he was in the 90s too. He lived in the same era I lived in.
Okay.
And he was also a upcoming artist, but he was not really serious. He wanted to do that reggae hip hop shit. He wanted to be the Shinehead thing. He wanted to do the Shinehead. Right? He wanted to do that crossover stuff, but because he had people in his corners who's like, yo, I'm gonna bring you Sleepy, that Sleepy, who was like Sleepy from Jungle. And they were like, I don't know Sleepy from Jungle. So he brought me over there. And when they turned the mic on, I went ham. You know, I just went ham because I know this is like a tryout, you know? Yeah, I gotta show up. So immediately Bully Dread gave me $500, and the next flyer that they printed had Sleepy Wonder on it.
Okay.
And that went on for probably like 2 years. I'm going to these places. I'm clashing with Black Star, with Tiger, Tonto Irie, Brokeback. I'm clashing with Black Scorpio, with General Trees, and Sassafras. You know, and these because Third World was the biggest Brooklyn sound at the time. So any clash going on, it would have to involve us. So the thing I had to put up with now was you had every other artist that left Jamaica, meaning your Rankin Tayan, your Louis Lepke, your Johnny Ringo, Sammy Dread, Lee Van Cliff, General Lucky, Peter Rankin, all the guys that's left Jamaica, there are no stations on Third World.
Okay.
Me getting a break on Third World during prime time, it's almost not gonna happen because all those guys are trying to get their thing in.
Right. Makes
Sometimes
sense.
Bullet Dread, will have to come and say, yo, I paid them to come here, give him the mic, you know, and as soon as them give me the mic, the whole place tear down, you know, but eventually a fella that I lived with in a building, he lived on the 3rd floor of my building in Brooklyn. They were getting ready to start a sound called Minimart High Power.
Okay.
And Minimart High Power at the time only had Bobo General. They didn't have any other artists. They were just building a sound around Bobo. So when I went around there, they had the sound on, and when I went around there, me and Bobo going at it, and the whole place is on fire, and the management look at each other and said, this is the crew we want to build a sound around. So those guys went to Sam Ash and spent $15,000 cash on a brand new sound system in 84, 85. All I know is was a big 18-wheeler showed up in Minimart, and all of a sudden people pulling out boxes and amplifiers and they're hooking it up right there and then. You know, and all this now is supposed to gravitate around me and Bobo. You know, they think they have the 2 main artists to carry this sound. Eventually, we went out and find Corridon, and then we went out and find Sluggy Ranks. And then Willow Wilson was a favorite of the 90s, where I'm from. Willow Wilson used to sing on Third World, so Willow Wilson used to come up by Minimart too. So we had a solid crew, and also the Frankie Paul. Frankie Paul and Corridon were good friends. So at the time, Minimart make some serious 80s money. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of money, but Minimart make some serious 80s money. See? So everybody wants to be there. Everybody wants to be there. You can show up and get $1,000 in your pocket. It's just what it was. So Frankie Paul will show up, and eventually we're looking at ourselves like we're ready to go. We should start booking some shows. So the first show we booked was a show with Minimart versus Solid Gold from Chicago.
Okay.
Give
us some years. Just take me back to when you initially went to New York and you met up with, you were talking about the clash with Black Star, right?
Yeah.
What year was that?
We're talking 84, 85.
84, 85.
Okay.
85, yeah. I'm on Third World. I'm on Third World at this time. So 84, 85. It had to be between 84, 85, because then come 86 was when Minimart came into the picture.
Perfect.
And then I was guaranteed that you wouldn't have to stand in a line waiting on a microphone anymore. The song now will be you and Bobo. So I unplugged from Third World. I mean, I will always go DJ Third World when I'm not on Minimart. You know what I'm saying? So when Minimart bought this brand new song from Sam Ash, and the 18-wheeler came, and there were white people there with tape measures and lasers fixing this sound, talking about schematically, all that stuff, geometrically fixing this sound, the best that it could.
Right. Yeah.
They booked a show. Our first show was a sound clash.
Right.
The sound in Chicago was all by Specialist, which is Shabba Rank's manager.
Right.
Oh.
So then Specialists have all the big dub plates, and him have the everything. He's the man, right?
Right.
They came to Biltmore Ballroom in Brooklyn, and they strung up a Minimart, and this is the thing I gotta tell you. The managers of Minimart, I was going through puberty, so my voice was go up and down and crack all this, do what they want to do. So they tell me, we're gonna tell you when to go on the mic. If you go on the mic too long, these things happen, you know?
Right.
So they'll put me on like around 1 o'clock, 1:30. And I will go up in there and catch wreck. The whole roof is gone. Ain't no more roof left on Biltmore. You know what I'm saying? So by the time Minimart turn off and the other song to turn on, the people in Biltmore is already booing them like, no, you got nothing for the Minimart. So, but that stigma followed us. Every
Okay.
clash we had a cult of people saying Minimart, 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 even before we turned on. So it was a
Nice.
movement. It was definitely a movement. And Minimart was the highest paying song at the time. I could tell you we were getting $5,000 per night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Per night, while other songs were set up for 2,000 and stuff. The Minimart set that prices because we know we put people in the building.
Right.
Yeah, the place is packed. There's no place to go. Fire marshals is turning people away. That happens every time we play. So the management was like, "Oh, we gonna get paid for that." Yeah. The Minimart movement, and then the Minimart movement spawned other artists from Flatbush. You know, you have Screeched and you have James Bond. You know, you have Night Ride. A lot of artists that was doing stuff on their song system. Their song system is not the highlight of Brooklyn anymore.
Right.
So they'll come through and they'll ask if love is love. And of course, love is always love. So come through and them get them shine. Not only do they get their little shine, them get a little envelope at the end of the night. Because I told you what Minimart was doing back in the days.
Oh, that was
so
cool.
now
Yeah.
everybody wants to be there. Shining,
Right.
Brigadier Jerry, Rankin Joe, Sister Carol, Reverend Badu, Lucky General. Everybody wants to be there, but like them understand that the youth squad is the A-class squad. Like, you know, you could come through after them youth and don't do what them do.
Okay. Right.
Wow, a lot of history there, man. I mean, yeah, you were rinsing off some
Right.
So Minimart won.
That's all. Yeah.
We lost one competition out of all our victories. And I wouldn't call it a fear loss. A song named Pioneer. A song named Pioneer from Chicago that is also controlled by specialist Shabba Ranks manager.
Right.
Because he lost the first time, he told his peoples, and they were doing 1980s stuff also. So they had the budget to go buy 42 double 18 scoops. So when they showed up in the arena, they were covering us 3 boxes to 1. Many more people now is like, we got to get more boxes. I'm like, no, don't borrow no more boxes. Let's just play them with what we got. This is what we've been hurting people with. They went and borrowed some boxes from Pride. Casey Jackie used to DJ Pride. And the thing with Pride boxes is that they were wired backwards from the way Minimart boxes were wired. But every time we try to drop the bass, the whole sound would just chip out. We lost by technicality. Yeah, we lost by technicality, not by somebody roughing us up. We lost. No, we couldn't play. Every time we dropped the bass, the sound would just chip out. That was the only sound, and I promise you, the only sound to defeat Minimart, to break that whole
cycle. Winning cycle.
Killing everything that came about.
Wow.
You know, big up to Stiggy, big up to Birdie culture. They were on Pioneer, and they were super happy that they clipped the Minimart machine.
Yeah.
So Minimart really made a name for itself back then.
Oh yeah. But it didn't even start there. Back then, we didn't even have we weren't start recording yet. We didn't have records. Wow. So that was just phase 1. Bobo General went on and recorded a song named Get a Life. It's Get a Life wherever you may be, in a Brooklyn, Jamaica, even in a New York, and it was #1.
Wow.
I still didn't have a record. Wow. So now Bobo General has a hit record. Minimart is like strong now. We have an artist with a big record.
Right.
In 1988, I was just the artist of the year everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I was the artist of the year for 1988. It's not me saying that, it's the audience. It's even other song people saying, yeah, Sleepy has proven himself. So 1988, they gave me DJ of the year. Yeah, then I did that song 88 Champion right after that.
Hey,
and that went straight to #1.
I tell you what, stick a pen. Like how you talk about 88 champion. This is something I have in my catalog. Hold on. Let me just power it up with my little boom box.
Okay.
Let me just do that one more time. All right, let's see if it's gonna work now. Can you hear it?
I hear some DJ talk up down, I hear sound all record down. Hey. Come on. Hey, that is Sunday, you say it's champion. So I'm not going to say it's champion. Hey, that is Sunday, you say it's champion. So I'm not going to say it's champion. I have a tell of business from 1981. My first day of the team, I'm one game, man. We beat them, let's just let you be the man. When I'm getting it, so many minutes, I'm not here. I'm going to keep them in trouble. They get some good. Then I'm getting it, you may never get ready. The people, them not happen when it's early day. Them and the fight, the country, the country. Every man, them get a flash up with the frame rally. In 1984, many did not call in every state show. And every dance hall. In 1985, Slim to run the country. And every Senator and sponsor everywhere. Now, when they know well, they want Sally. In 1987, make it a trophy. Then we get terrorists on the flash when they match up the class with the street, the country. I go off the state, raise the trophy.
So because that song was so anticipated by my followers at the time, they were waiting on me to have a record. I was probably the last to do a record. Every other of my counterpart did a record, whether it hit or not. James Bond had a hit record, Screechy Dan had a hit record, Night Rider, Shinehead, Shelly Thunder, Bobo General, Corridon, Sluggy, Willow Wilson, they all had a hit record. I just never went to the studio before. The first time I went to the studio, I did that song.
Damn.
And that changed the whole narrative of, okay, now Sleepy is the man. No, then I was faced with, was this a phase or you were one hit one? I was faced with that. And I was like, you bumped your head, man. So we went and did Fade Away.
Fade
and
Away.
I don't have to tell you what that did.
Yeah, still. Yeah.
Fade Away changed the whole story of, if you were thinking that Sleepy was a one-hit wonder, drink some coffee and think again.
Right.
Yeah. Stick up in again. Stick up in.
Fade away, yeah.
Yeah, the audio is not that great, but I hear it.
The audio. The audio is not clear.
Yeah, the audio is kind of choppy, but I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Your audio, yeah.
The audio was choppy. But but everybody know what Fade Away was and what Fade Away did. That was a time. That was a time for me to, because after I came to the States, I ain't moved for a while. I'm legal now. I got my green card, all that good stuff. But then my passport is expiring. And then every country want to see me, Bermuda, Trinidad, Guyana, Barbados. So I had to go renew the passport and I went on a tour, right? Then I found out that Sleepy's performance is something people wanted to see. My performance, I will put it in a if you guys enjoy Peter Metra, you guys enjoy Tonto Irie, you guys enjoy Tiger, you guys enjoy James Bond and Screechy Dan, then you needed to sleep it on Steam, you know? So it's the dots started to connect. All the dots started to connect. Now, okay, now my sisters are like, well, maybe this is okay. Maybe you need to go. Maybe you need to go and renew your passport. And while you watch it, let me borrow $2,000. You know what I'm saying? It's working out. It's working out. Everybody's happy. And it's clean. I'm not doing drugs. To this day, I don't smoke weed. To this day, I don't drink liquor. I drink beers. I'm a beer drinker. I drink beers, right? Because I have sickle cell. So I don't be trying to do nothing to excite my thing.
Oh, right. That's right.
So my sisters gained my trust that he's not out there wild and he's not selling drugs. He's coming home with legal money. So once I had the freedom, then I went to Japan. I went to Trinidad. I went to Jamaica back to back with Bobo General. Because at that time now, me and him are an item on Minimart. Like, you know, it's Bobo General and Sleeper one day, you know? So
the reason why I want to ask this question is because now we are talking about the history of how pretty much dancehall came into New York or pretty much America, right?
Yeah.
So I know at the time when you got there, I'm pretty sure Mikey General was out there doing his thing. We know for sure.
Mikey General from England. Mikey General from England. That's my bro.
Mikey General.
That's my bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mikey General, Tipper Irie, Philip Levi, the Saxon crew, Maxi Priest, Blackout Jamaica. Those guys are my dude.
Blackout, yeah, that's right. But in America itself, Mikey Jarrett was instrumental in not even so much dancehall, but bringing, I would imagine, reggae to New York, right?
Yeah, he had that big song. He had that big song. I feel sorry for you, Roseanne. Right. I feel sorry for you, Roseanne. That was an anthem in New York.
Right.
And then Philip Levi had Me God, Me King. So they came over. They came over and they did bring Tipper Irie and Rusty with them. And they create havoc on my hometown.
Okay.
They create havoc on my turf, you know?
Yes.
It is what it is because I had love for those guys from the beginning. Like Tipper Irie is still my bona fide virgin. I still think that Philip Levi are one of the wickedest lyricists who ever touch a mic worldwide.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Rusty and Sandy and Colonel, those guys are walking fire flames. You can flick them anywhere, they'll catch on.
Yes.
I like that.
So don't get me wrong. I am an advocate for those guys because when we used to tell Minimart people said, if Saxon could keep a dance 5 nights a week and not repeat the lyrics, that's how we should be. So my blueprint was not far from theirs.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand the respect I had for them first.
Yeah.
Right?
And the first
some
words that you adopted, I would imagine, came from the Saxon Massive.
Yes. Yeah, the Minimart part of things came from a Saxon Massive.
Right.
And I wouldn't say every artist on Minimart felt that way, but because me and Bobo was the leading voice on the song at the time. If I say, Bobo, we have to write 5 more lyrics for the night, he's with it. He's with it. You know, they have like James Bond and Screechy Dan. Them dudes was forever lyrical. Them dudes, even if they checked for Saxon, they were making their own little wavelength in Flatbush, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but like when they came on Minimart, everybody kind of fell into the curriculum of what we were doing. So if one person come with a new lyrics, 6 artists have to come up with a new lyrics.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like you say, Saxon really did make their mark on the industry, especially in Jamaica. We do know Me God, Me King hit the Jamaica charts, I think, for 6 weeks. in the charts, something like 6 weeks in the charts with My God, My King. And it was Peter King who kind of developed
Started the fast starting. I know the story. It was Peter King and Asha Senita and all those guys and Smiley Culture, you know.
Now for me personally, it seemed like dancehall in America was trying to find its feet. And you guys, like, for instance, when I say you guys, like yourself, Shinehead, there's a few more who made their mark on the dancehall scene, were the guys who pretty much helped to shape where dancehall was going to, especially on the New York scene. Would you agree?
Yeah, that would be your Shinehead. That would be your James Bond, your Screechy Dan, your Casey Jackie, Alton Irie, Sleeper Wonder, Bobo General.
Yeah.
Alton Irie. You can. They had a youth named Oscar Black. You know what I'm saying? Gregory Knows Motamasi. It's a lot of them, bro. It was a lot of them. But I understand what you're saying. It's the one that kind of made it to the forefront that you guys saw. That the Reggae New York style was based on.
Yes.
And we were on the forefront of that. You have your Michael Jarrett. Michael Jarrett had one of the biggest songs of the time. It was the Mac Daddy. Like nothing was big like that.
That's right.
That was on every major station worldwide. Mark Daddy, Mark Daddy, Mark Daddy, Mark Daddy.
Mike
you know
Daddy,
yeah. Big. You know, so we have a few names to call, and I will always forever mention Michael Jarrett because you guys know why.
We mustn't leave out Denroy Morgan.
All right, like the Denroy Morgan and his children came, and you know, but like they were considered Jamaica, that though they were living in the States, but they were considered coming out of the base of Jamaica.
Right.
They were never presented as New York.
Wow, okay.
Right. Yes.
Una, Gramps and Peter, they were always considered coming out of New York. And that's because the producers they were working with, and whenever they did a video, it was always based on Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm learning something. I didn't know that.
Yeah. They live here, but all the works was coming out of Jamaica. So it made them, it projected them that they were Jamaican group.
This is true. This is very true. I remember when they came out and I think they were in the New York Times.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal to be the New York Times as a reggae group. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, but that's how they portrayed them. Yeah. I remember that.
Okay. Okay. So now you are doing well on the charts, and you did 88 Champion. Share with us again what that song did for you as an artist.
That song opened up the minds of whoever had doubts. It was already a radio hit. It was already selling crazy numbers at the stores. It was already on the charts. So the only thing we had to do was trying to change the narrative of artists that think that big artists only come out of Jamaica.
Right.
So,
I know there was that stigma. I knew there was that stigma.
Stayed with us.
Yeah,
I mean, I think even though like me and Bobo and James Bond and Screechy and Shinehead and Shelly Thunder, we changed the narrative, but like when Shaggy came out and Sean, you know, those guys kind of, okay, you don't want to believe me? Yeah, like,
and we can't leave out Lady Patra.
Hold this 20,000, hold this 2 million, you know, just hold this 10 million records sold in your face. And that's when the stigma kind of like just evaporated, because now these guys in New York are doing big things.
Right.
You know, it was, and then you have like a youth like Dexter Daps and some other youth that really punch people in the face with music. But I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying we were in the trenches doing it. We were in the trenches.
Right.
And that was way before radio wanted to even accept what we were doing. Radio jumped on the bandwagon when people would call and go, yo, where that new Sleepy at? And, you know, they had to adapt. But they had it. They didn't willingly play it. They were bamboozled into playing it. Like people were like, well, if you don't play it, I'm going to switch to WBLS. You know, and then they had to get involved. You know, they had to get involved. And then next thing you know, you have Red Fox and James Bond, all those guys, Corridon, Casey Jackson, they have big songs on the radio.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So what was the next move for you? So you did 88 Champion, you did Fade Away, and then what came next? What was the next move for you? Because you're riding high on the charts, your name is being called. How are you feeling at this point? What was the next move for you musically?
We went over to Superpower Records. Count Shelley he's an entity from England from the 60s, and he came back to New York, and he started a record company called Superpower Records or World Enterprise Records. Now, every record label from Jamaica, wherever you came from, it had to come through Superpower Records for distribution.
Okay.
When you're trying to cut out VP, as you know, VP was coming across as the only distribution in America.
Right.
And whatever their percentage was, like Superpower Records was beneath that and relaxed beneath that. So people was going with Superpower. So then Count Shelley is a person that will, when Maxi Priest came out with Wild World, right? Count Shelley was like, shit, I'm out of Wild World. Call Willow Wilson, shit, we gonna sing our Wild World. And he clapped the rhythm. He clapped the rhythm, and when people come and go, I want the Wild World, he'll just play the Willow Wilson joint. And people are like, yeah, this is it. Let me get 4, you know? Superpower was Count Shelley was a major factor in calling shots in New York. So when the reggaeton thing came along, we had a dude named Nando Boom. Me and Bobo General was doing a song called My Sound, it's around the country. And then we put the guy in there, he would go, well, I would go, hands up, my son are the champion son, and he go, Mana Saliba. And I go, you know, so he's infused the Spanish into it. And that blew up. Then when me and Bobo General did the song called Ponda, it was, mind you, Ponda was not our rhythm. Ponda was Bobby Digital rhythm with Shabba ranking at the dembo.
Okay.
But because it was raunchy, when we did Ponda, radio accepted ours. And because radio accepted ours, we are now being credited for some of the pioneers to elevate that reggaeton sound. Because Ponda was on that dembo rhythm. But our rhythm, our lyrics was clean, while Shabba talked about skin out teeth and certain things.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna play those versions, because you did one with your sound with I think Nando Boom, something like that. Nando Boom and Bobo General, right? And then you and
me,
Bobo General,
Bobo and Nando Boom.
Cut. Yeah, so there was 2 separate cuts.
Yeah.
Right. And then why the need to add Nando Boom into it?
He was just in the studio, and because we were just so like creative and thirsty for creation. Like, you know, if I say, yo, what you think? And he would start saying some Spanish stuff. I'm like, nah, not so much. Just tell me what you think on the hook. And he go, Mano Soriba, you know, so Mano Soriba mean hands up. So when I say hands up, my son are the champion. Mana Sariba, my son are the champion. Song follow me. You know what I'm saying? So it worked, and everybody in the engineer booth was going crazy. So I knew we had something. We just had to finish.
Wait. So in a way, we're talking about the beginnings. It really, when it comes to reggaeton, right?
Yes, because they were at one point reggaeton was just Panamanian artists repeating all the English songs to Spanish.
Right.
It wasn't no creation, no originality there. They were just spinning, translating certain things that was already a hit.
Right.
So when we came and we was interjecting Nanda Boom and to say what we're saying, that was refreshing.
Right. So I tell you what, we're just gonna play a few bars of Powder, right? And then Pounder, and then we're gonna play My Sound. We're gonna play the part 1 version though, right? So take a listen. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It sound better?
Yeah.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain, that the terror and the one that come again. Go around the bend, go tell the friend we come again. Boy, worries and a fear problem. Go around the bend, go tell the friend we come again. Boy, worries and a fear problem. Because we have a new nipple girl, a core lover. With them and them when I rap out like that just stop. We have a new nipple girl, a core lover. With them and them when I rap out like that just stop. With them and them we a hardcore lover. For the man them we do just a pounder. For the man them we a bulldozer. Pounder. Not to X-rated lover. Bobo. Tell the people who is a pounder. Is a man who you know say him is a lover. Is a man who you know say him don't just stop. But we match up every crevice and every corner. He no use to try to brush the boots for them from that. They no Indian god and he no key stopper. I love the rice and peas and the snapper. The Irish mash and front end star. I did the thing him used to be love with doctor. When him was a young girl him ride a pick a hour. Cause them full of energy and with enough stamina. Him was a young girl him put her under pressure. Pounder. For the man them we a core lover. Pounder. For the man them we don't just stop. Pounder. For the man. Now press to all idiot sound. I know you know the mic sound and the champion sound. I know who they are. The Bobo General now, the Bobo Sleeper Wonder Man. Live in the place. Come down. I just on my zone, it a run the country. My zone, it a run the country. My zone, it a run the country. Yes, and every person why you come follow me. Hands up. My son are the champion, so man of Saliva. My son are the champion, so follow me. My son are the champion, so man of Saliva. My son are the champion, so Bobo. Oh, you know me that they done in a this. I found this and the bed get lit. How we give them in a English and in a Spanish. Me say come down at the boom and me say come chat it. Una la personalidad de un gran carácter. Nací en Panamá, si tú quieres saber. Sabes que yo soy el original. Por eso todas las chicas me quieren violar. Hands up, my son are the champion. So manos arriba, my son are the champion. So follow me, my son are the champion. So manos arriba, my son are the champion. So me ya go, bird up a so me ya go, bird up a something.
Listen, Sleepy.
Election, but like them operate and now pay attention. The DJ, the singer, they can't make a one. Now go wrap them up and put them in the garbage pan.
Sleepy Wonder.
Yeah, it
There
goes
ain't
like
no
that
stopping
sometimes.
you from the touch the mic.
It gets like that sometimes.
Yeah. What kind of memories does that bring back for you?
Well, you know, those were the era of creations and you know, coming up with ideas. And you could tell right now with the younger generation, there's no creation there. There's no, you know, there's no people sitting down and vibing anymore and coming up with ideas and stuff. So I cherish those moments when I could sit down with James Bond and Screech It and Shine It and Shelly Thunder, Bobo General, and I would tell them what I got. They were like, yeah, change this to this. It was the other unity of just making sure the New York City alumni was always standing up. I miss that. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I mean, let's stay on that subject because you are absolutely correct. I think that back then when you guys were collaborating, it brought out the most powerful. Everybody was, again, like you said, in unity, you supporting each other, and that's what we needed. You know what I mean? Seeing as a Black community at that, and you in New York, because I live here in America, so I know what that's like. I was around when all of this was going on. It was just a very inspirational thing for us at the time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Some from England, some from Jamaica, but we're all the same. We're coming from the same root.
Right, the
And
dance hall
that's
route.
the
Exactly.
dance hall route. You know what I mean? And everybody was in it, and there was such a level of respect for
Right.
each other. Now it's just not that. Everybody's, you're stepping on this one's turf, and if you step on this
Yeah.
one's turf, then it's going to cause friction here. Then you have the wars. There was never any wars when this music
When we were doing,
was
I had, you know,
creating.
I had a couple of nemesis. Like Light as Stiff was my musical nemesis. We both had light voices, and we both chat real fast, right? So people wanted to see that clash, but they never got to see that clash. Me and Light as Stiff are brethren, our brother, right? So from then to know, they never got to see that clash. Another thing people wanted to see was the clash between Shinehead and Sleepy Wonder, because he was running things in the Bronx and I was running things in the Brooklyn. But by the time that me and Shinehead was brothers, you were never going to see that clash unless your pocket super deep and we're going to plan what to do. Is what I'm saying? So once the creativity came out of it, then you know what you have now is a whole bunch of yes people telling them, yeah, you can't kill him, I eat that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then it becomes like a beef. The tension is there. You know, like there's no way that Movado and Cartel should be going it like that, where innocent people are getting killed behind their story.
Right.
And the bounty and the bean, you know, there's no way that should be happening. This was fun. When Melly Mel and them guys was clashing with the Furious Five and them dudes, it was fun.
It was
went
fun
there to see what would happen.
Yeah, right.
You know,
share with us your respect that you have for Shinehead. Share the respect you have, for him. Where does that come from?
It was a dark time in my life when I had to go sit it down. I'm a street dude, a little bit, you know. In the 80s, I was a street dude. And not street dude like you think it was. It wasn't drugs and nothing like that. It was just if you take my chain off my neck, I'm coming to get it. So the translation on that was you can't do vigilante stuff. So they sat me down for a couple of months. And for the couple of months, China was sending packages up the road. And you know what I'm saying? I was getting visits up the road. And when I came out, Shinehead straight adopted the thing. No, it wasn't just Shinehead, it was no Shinehead and Sleepy Wonder. So now he's signed to Electro Warner Brothers, and now he's pushing me on songs on it. So now I'm going from this dancehall to this international artist in real time. It's happening. I'm in these videos, I'm on these songs, we're moving thousands of numbers, and he helped out. And when I decided to start my independent label, No Choice, it was initially me and him that was supposed to start it, because he had just got released from Elektra and I had just got released from Columbia Sony. So it's like, I told him, bro, I could do this. And he was like, what would you need to do it? I said, well, I'm gonna need a fax machine, a laptop. Like, he gave me a blank check and said, go to the store and get what you want. And I bought a whole damn office.
Blank
check.
Yeah. Wow. So when you hear me talk about Shinehead, it's a whole different thing.
Wow.
I bought a desk, a chair, everything you needed for office, it was there.
Right.
And then I gave him the invoice and he okayed it. Okay, boom. You know, so and like years later, Shine's just like, this is your thing. I want to sign out of it. I just want to see you being good. You know, so he signed out of No Choice. But to me, Shine is always a silent partner in a No Choice. He ain't going nowhere. That's my bro, you know? He signed out of No Choice.
So will it be correct for me to say that Shine showed you a whole new different perspective when it came to your career musically?
Showed me a bigger picture. I was just looking at it from a dancehall point of view. Shinehead was already crossed over and doing shows with 40,000 people in Brazil and in Europe and stuff. Like the first time Shinehead took me on tour and I seen what a crowd was, I was like, well, Biltmore ain't Jack, you know? This is a joke. Biltmore is Shinehead's backstage. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. 500 people is what's backstage in these shows. So I
Yeah.
came home and started telling people what I saw. Some may think I'm exaggerating, but I know what I saw.
Yeah.
And the last thing China did for me, bro, there was a company called Thievery Corporation in DC. They're alternative trip hop type of a vibe. And they wanted to work with Shinehead. And Shinehead said to them, I'm willing to come, but first you got to do me a favor. You got to fly Sleepy Wonder out. So they did their due diligence. They went on the computer, look up who Sleepy is.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, oh, yeah,
Wow.
we like him too. So he's like, look, if you want something to flow smooth in the studio, you need Sleepy there. So they flew me out. And we did that song, a life-changing song called State of the Union. We even performed it on the White House steps.
Wow.
Okay.
Right after the song, Thievery Corporation signed me exclusively. I've been signed to them for 23 years.
Wow. Jeez.
So that's the last thing he did. Like when he was like, I want you to be on and not be stuttering. I want you to be on, you know what I mean? That Shine's just putting his foundation on the wall and stuff, just making sure it don't fall apart.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, I tell you what, I actually love the collaboration with you and Thievery Corporation. And there was a song that I had in my catalog. I'm going to see if I can find it here right now. It's called Radio. Hold on. It's called Radio Retaliation. Tell me about
that was the one that was nominated for a Grammy and got me 2 gold records.
And you got your 2 gold records. Talk to me about that.
We got a gold record in Greece, and then we had a gold record in Croatia. And
wow.
I wrote that song, so it was 33 1/3 between. Thievery Corporation is 2 people, so it's 2 producers. It's Eric Hilton and Rob Garza. So the 3rd person will be me. So when you split that all up, you get 33 1/3 each person. So I was seeing beautiful checks. You hear me? You know what beautiful checks look like?
Buy anything you want to buy.
The checks that you open and you just walk outside and start drinking and singing for no reason. Them is beautiful checks. Them is beautiful checks. I'm not rich by far. I just know where a couple of mortgages is put down, and then I put my daughter through school without taking out a loan, and I did some beautiful things, and I mean, I got an illness, and I don't have no Medicaid or no insurance. I just been out of pocket. God's been good with a little bit that I got. So I'm satisfied. But I've seen some checks that made me walk outside and start singing Hallelujah, God is good.
Wow.
My neighbors going, yes, he is, Sleepy, yes, he is. They don't know what it is.
So it's safe to say you've been going for at least 3 decades. Is it 3 decades?
Yes, 23 years. I've been signed to them.
23 years. Two and a bit decades.
2 and a bit, yeah.
Yeah, the last two tours that they had was during the COVID situation. Everything was grounded, so I haven't toured in like 2 years with them, but we're still in contact and we're still recording remotely, and
right,
waiting for the perfect world to open back up so we could do what we do.
Right.
So you say the Grammy nomination came for Radio Retaliation with your collab with Thievery Corporation, and you had 2 plaques. That did pretty good for you. You've been able to.
I think I got 3 plaques. I got 2 gold records. Okay. Yeah, I got 2 gold records. Then I have a platinum plaque, but the platinum plaque was all of the Sleepy songs that were compiled that gave me 1 million download.
Okay.
So they presented me with that 1 million download plaque, but it's not like one song went 1 million. It was all the songs I did with them collab to be 1 million downloads.
When did
Wow.
the music business side of things make sense to you?
It made sense when we started the label No Choice with Shinehead. I figured out that it was all on me. And obviously I didn't have no big budget to be doing nothing big. So I was reaching out to you to do me favors.
Right. Uh-huh.
I was reaching out to people like you to give me a helping hand. It's going to be worth it, you know?
Mhm.
So I was playing the social media side of things. I wasn't able to purchase a package for $7 grand, 10 grand, 25 grand, like other major labels could, because they don't play fair, you know. You got Bad Boy with Puffy and Curtis, Curtis Jackson, 50 Cent. They set the bar so high. So when you go to a publishing agency, a publicity agency, and you say you want a package, the first thing they tell you, well, the lowest we go is 25 grand. And we promise you'll be on Jay Leno and stuff like, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how that works. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all the glitter is not really gold. All that glitters is not gold, you know.
Right.
And then there are other packages too where you could pay somebody to give you 2 million views, but it's not 2 million people that listening. So you don't really have a catalog. It's
exactly.
You know, so you have a page, you got 2 million followers, you have a song, you have 2 million views. Okay, that's the streaming. What's your sales number looking like? You know, so I learned all that, bro, and I just kind of interjected and take it up into Strive on Woosah a little bit and deal with it. So
really and truly, you've had some real, guardian angels in your side, so to speak.
Yes.
You know, who's propelled you, who believed in you, that
they
stuck
they
with
saw
you.
the need to help me out. They saw the need to help me out. It's you, 10-star General. It's Oliver, Mr. Melody. You know what I'm saying? It's Clinton Lindsay. It's Murray Elias. It's Randall Grass. It's a couple of people, man. It's Lee Major, Steve Austin. It's so much people that when I sent it to, they go, look, we are on this. You hear me? We are on this. Good or bad, we're
bad
on
rush.
Yeah. So I do got some
like white on rice.
Yeah. I do got some gardening. I got Philip God. So I got Sue Oliver. It's a lot of people, even on the England side. I got a network of people on the England side. I got Father T.
And that's very, very important in today's market. Really having a good loyal team that actually
support
believes
system.
in you.
I call it the support system. Yeah. I have a real label. And my label is distributed by Sony, but Sony does not shell out money for publicity and marketing.
Right.
I'm supposed to act like the label, and the label's supposed to handle all that. All Sony is doing is making sure they put me in every nook and cranny of a country and territory and stores.
Right.
That's their job. So I have to function as a label.
Okay.
So you have to pump the money in, you say?
Yeah, my tour money and the mortgage money. Sometimes I use the mortgage money and get cussed out, but I saw it go.
So you only make money from the sales then?
Yes, on the sales. And when I'm on tour, obviously money's coming in. But I told you 2 years ago I haven't toured, so this is all
COVID.
sales. This is all sales that's coming in. All sales that's coming in, and it's coming in just enough to pay the mortgage and the lights and certain things to keep my floating. So God is still good.
Yeah, amen.
So those who were on your side, they are the buying kind. They buy your music.
Yeah.
Yes.
And stream your music.
I have a group of support. I don't like using the word fan, because if I had fans, I wouldn't be thinking about money issues. Fan is Michael Jackson status. Fans is Prince status. I have no fan. I don't got no fan. I got supporters and people that believe in me. So If I do use the word fan, it's family coming behind it. Like I don't use the word fan. Fan don't worry about mortgage.
Yeah.
People fans don't worry about mortgage.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So
Sharon.
I'm still humbled like that.
Yes.
You know?
So for you now, like, when do you think, well, I shouldn't even say when do you think, COVID has definitely shut down touring, you know, traveling, all of that, but still we do have the digital platform where we can, you know, back and forth with the music. So when do you think you want to release something new? Do you have anything new?
Oh yeah, man.
Ready?
I leak all my demos to 10 Star.
Oh,
He
okay.
knows.
Well, yes, we
He
know.
knows what I got coming.
We know.
He just know
we
I gotta put a muzzle on things to not leak it too fast. But I'm on top of things on that, you know. Another thing I should elaborate about streaming is that streaming is putting a dent on record companies and an artist. I explained to you why. Back then when we were printing up vinyl and I was packing up Shinehead Ferrari with boxes of vinyl, boxes of his vinyl, boxes of mine. We were driving from Manhattan to Jersey to Connecticut doing invoices with record stores, right? That was the deal. They bought it, we got our pay, we came home. What's happening now with streaming is the same day Sony released the project, it's the same way it goes on YouTube for free, Pandora for free, iHeart for free, and all those other what they call big radio stations for free, right? So you find out that streaming has outnumbered sales by probably 20%. Because somebody's not going to spend $1 if they could go to YouTube and play it 40 times a day. That's just the honest truth.
Yeah. That's true.
So we're being hurt. We're being hurt, and it's not just me. It's all independent labels, and it's also those majors. But the majors have a thing that they call tax write-off, where they could cover that and get paid for it. You know? Yeah, they could cover that and get paid for it. It was a tax write-off. It was a loss, and they get money for it. Like me though, that was 3 months mortgage I pumped into that, and I hope the sales will bring it back.
Right. Jeez. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Ugly. It is ugly, and people don't know. What they see is these rappers with a stack of money this high by their ear, which is cool, right? Those guys are doing other things to get by, and
of course.
And then you could also, like I told you, you could buy 3-4 million views and 3-4 million followers, and it looks good, but those are 3 million people that never heard your song. It's a machine that gave you the number. So you have the views, but you will never have the same numbers as the sales because they were not tangible listeners.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be big nowadays, that people are buying these
it looks
views.
good.
It looks good.
But it looks good on camera, right? But like somebody that like me that's embedded into this business, I would like. And because I have an access of because I'm a legit record company, I have a code to go into SoundScan. They don't want to know this. I have a code to go into SoundScan and say, what did this song do? Right. And I barely see like 25,000, but you said 3 million. You know, but I'm not gonna go there with them. That's their story. I just know I know what not to do. Because there's somebody out there that could tell. It's somebody out there that could call you out. A real record with a code to go into SoundScan could figure this out in 2 seconds. Yeah. Right. So the 3 million views and the dollars by your ear like this, it's not from sales, homie.
Right.
So do you manage? You have your record label. Like who helps you with that? Because there's so many different factors when running your own label. You know what I mean? All the paperwork to be filed. Who does all of that for you? Are you doing that yourself?
I'm 85% involved in this thing. I have a older brother, Trevor Archer. He handles, if there's anything to go talk to the IRS or whatever, he's that dude.
Okay.
I also had a couple of artists. I had Eddie Barringer, he's still signed to the label. I had Nelly Slim, she was signed to the label. But everybody had a responsibility because being independent meaning it was ours.
Right, of course.
And when I signed the artists, I also assigned them responsibilities because you're now partners. Is what I'm saying? So,
right.
But for the most part, I am 85%. Cousy Mellors is a good artist. Cousy Mellors. I even have Bulwaki on my team.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I have a guy in Holland. There's a couple people that I work with. Sydney Mills, you know, a couple people that I reach out
Sydney.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know him.
So it's
Matter of fact,
yeah, everybody
collab with our good old friends.
came with some responsibilities. You know, whether you're gonna make sure you're on time for this photo shoot, because I ain't got no damn road manager for you. So your job is to be there on time.
Right.
And handle that. And when you go to your show, be there on time because ain't nobody gonna babysit you. Nope. So when I signed them with responsibilities.
Well, that's good.
Right.
That makes them accountable as well. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Unfortunately, with a lot of artists, they just like, okay, this person's doing all of that. And at the end of the day, they ain't seeing their money. This is not happening this way. There's no accountability. You know what I mean? There has to be accountability, I feel, for the artists as well. You should be in the know.
Right.
You know what I mean? You should be in control of certain things. Maybe not everything, but you should be, that will keep you on point.
Yeah, when it comes to certain things about your affairs, I got to let you know what needs to be done, and there won't be nobody there. I'll have a cameraman there, but he won't be the one making sure he babysits you. So please get yourself there in a decent time, and let's get this happening.
Right. Yeah. Facts. That's facts. Yeah.
You know?
Facts.
So really, during this pandemic, again, because really that's where you make your money, right?
Yes.
How are you coping with that?
Well, there are agendas in place for that. Like, you remember when I released Queen Majesty? Queen Majesty was a big song. Them numbers was beautiful too. You know, and I get an invoice every 3 months. So every 90 days, I kind of like adjust myself to release another song. So after that, then I released I Want to Wake Up With You. That was another hit.
So are we saying, okay, let's rewind. So are we saying that your music is selling to an extent that you don't even have to perform at the moment to make money?
Yes, it's not coming in the way it should, but the mortgage will be covered. The mortgage will be covered, and if there was anybody to get some royalties, that would be covered, and lights and utilities and groceries. And then we look forward to the next invoice.
Okay.
After I released I Want to Wake Up With You, then I released See With a Kiss. Then you guys know what happened with that.
And then you own all your publishing, right?
Yes, but that was a cover, right? It was a cover. So I bless them with their, so they won't come at me. But the sales is mine. The publishing, like I would never be able to license it to a movie unless I got the cover. I got the okay from those guys.
Right. Of course.
Right.
But as far as tangible sales, they're all coming in.
Right. What is the idea behind doing cover songs? Because even though you will not own a large chunk of, the publishing or royalties or whatever, right? What is the idea between doing covers? Is it just to get the recognition that you deserve as an artist to propel you on to whatever you are going to do originally for the future?
It's some of that. in my case, I could speak on my situation. In my case,
And let me just say this: the reason why I asked that question is because I always advise people not to do covers, to do their original material, because I know the consequences of doing a cover, so to speak.
Right. I got you. And I'm going to tell you what happened in my case, right? I did an album called Corporate Greed. The first one is Corporate Greed. And on that, it had Why Did You Leave Me to Cry?
Right.
It was singled out and made a single and went #1 on the charts. And then I put out Setting the World on Fire, which on that album had Queen Majesty, and it had Behind Closed Doors, and it had Band of Gold. It had like 4 songs that the radio station by themselves singled out these songs and put them on the charts, and they went #1.
Right.
Okay, so I saw the pattern. I'm like, okay, let me roll with it, because sometimes you gotta pay attention.
Yeah.
This business, you gotta pay attention. There's something happening with these songs, these singing songs. So then I did I Want to Wake Up With You, and that charted well. It went #2 for like 3 weeks. And then I did Seal with a Kiss, and it was #3 for 3 weeks, and the numbers was good. But initially, what I'm planning on doing, this is record label plans. I'm gonna compile all those cover songs that I did. I'm gonna put them on an album called Sleepy Sing the Songs. And that would just be another release on the label. I got to keep this label working.
Right.
I got to keep this label operating, right? So though they were on albums and stuff, now I'm going to have them on a platform where you can have all of them that actually went #1 on the charts available to you. I'm gonna dress down too. I'm gonna dress GQ. I'm gonna make it look like I'm singing. I'm gonna be like this Albie Shore type thing, you know, the dark skin one. Dark skin Albie Shore. You know, I'll make sure that it comes across. The picture comes across. The artwork comes across with the songs, because these songs, I call them champagne reggae, because when you hear them, it do put you in a champagne frame of mind.
Okay.
Now, before I hand over to Sharon, as I start to play a few songs, I want to ask you this question, which is the first time I heard you was on Fade Away. That was the very first song I heard you on Fade Away, and you came across like a DJ kind of thing. You know what I mean? And
that wasn't me singing.
Huh?
That wasn't me singing. That was Django Triller, one of my Brooklynites.
Okay.
Django singing the singing part. I was just namming up the rhythm and giving it no mercy.
Sting. All right.
That was my job right there, to eat it up.
So answer me this question. Where did your bravery come from in terms of singing? Because at the time, I just knew you as a DJ kind of thing.
You got to understand the whole Minimart crew. Minimart crew, they were an interactive crew, meaning if Trevor Sparks was singing, I am able to sing harmony. If I am singing, Bobo General and Trevor Sparks and Sluggy are able to sing high, lows, and mids harmony. So we were learning when we're in the basement before we went to do a show, we were learning. So when we get on stage and we were doing that song, we were doing 4 parts harmonies and killing the place. And then what makes us so vicious? What made us so vicious? I'll be in a hardcore head reggae rap, and then I just switch it up and start singing, and the ladies go crazy. They go crazy because they came out of nowhere. And while I'm singing, Willow, Sluggy, Bobo, Trevor Sparks singing harmony. So you're getting 4 parts harmony to what I'm singing. And it sounds like a church on live dance hall. This is why people came out to see Minimart.
Yeah.
We weren't the average. Yeah, we weren't the average artist.
Yeah. You had a show.
Yeah, we have a show.
You had a show. You had a show.
I love that. You're not the average.
Yeah, we're not the average there. We're not.
Yeah.
And that what that did now is I own my own studio. You know that. I got own label, own studio. I'm in here. There's nobody to tell me yes or no. What I'll do, I'll try these things. And then I'll email them to my hardcore critics like Shinehead and Bobo and Tonto Ira and James Bond. And they'll go, yo, my dude, come with that right now. And I'm like, if they're happy about it, I'm setting a release date, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes I get there, I don't think that's you. You still got to take the bitter with the sweet.
Right.
You know? So it's all about just making the right decisions. But so far, the singles I've been dropping, they came heavily endorsed by your worst critics out there.
Right.
So that's why
Worst critics.
I had the confidence to come with it. And I sent it to you too. Hey, 10 star, I sent it to you demo style.
Yeah.
I sent to you demo style, and you was like, look, bro, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm like, okay. I got the UK, I got London, I got Jamaica, I got America. There's a couple people telling me to come with it.
Yeah.
Richard Stevens from Jamaica. He's in my corner. I'm in his corner.
You know the beautiful thing about you as an artist.
Nadine Sutherland, Twiggy, Shelly Thunder, Junior Ranks, they're all in my corner as I am in theirs.
Right. The beautiful thing about you as an artist is and not just an artist, as a friend, as a brethren.
The beautiful thing, I'm a dreamer.
Well, I tell you what, the thing is, every time you hit me with something that is new, you say, General, this is just for your ears, and more you listen to this, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what is Sleepy coming with next? I have no clue.
Because no, you have a clue. You already got the next single. You probably forgot about it.
Well, the thing is especially when you hit me with this tune, you know, is why did you leave me to cry? So I'm seeing the title, I'm seeing everything, I'm thinking, what has he done with it? And then this is what I'm hearing.
You were my very first love, and I loved you more than anything in this whole world. Why did you leave me to cry?
And then we stop it, and then we say to myself, I'm waiting back, sir. Wait.
Yeah, sure,
wait, Sleepy, this is you, Sleepy.
Listen.
It's definitely me.
Listen, that is a classic.
Yeah, sure, I'm going to turn it up.
You have to turn it up, man. Turn it up, man. Turn it up, turn it up. Listen.
I saw it to go.
Yeah, it's a classic.
These songs were not singles. They were on an album I was doing. I have a tendency, I remember when I was signed to Sony, the A&R was like, Sleepy, you're very talented, but you're confusing the market. I say, yeah, but that's the reason why you signed me, because I could do all these and I do it well, you know? So when I got let go and I started No Choice Music Group, this was my moment to just go in and do everything that I do, because everything I attempt to do, I do it well. If it's half-assed, I'll leave it alone. I'll take it off.
Okay, so share the history bit behind this song. Why did you want to cover this song back again?
Why you leave me to cry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ex-wife situation, you know it, girl. Yeah, listen, hey. Gentlemen have a sensitive side. Don't believe the stigma like we're hardcore. Men have a sensitive side. I'm just brave enough. I'm just brave enough to sing it. People like what? And it worked. I told you them checks was pretty. Them checks was pretty.
Listen, that is a perfect song.
Because I know that people respect that sensitive side of me. And there's nothing really sensitive about me in the streets. I'm an alpha dude, you know what I'm saying? But business-wise,
We're human.
Business-wise, I could differentiate certain things, and I could sing a sweet song for the ladies, and it seems to be working. So that's why this new compilation with all these singles are coming real soon, and it's the softer side of Sleeper, but me I'll call it champagne reggae, you know.
All right.
No, we love that. We love it, and I love that song because you know the original version is a little bit faster.
Right.
And when you Alton Ellis is faster, right? But it's still a classic. I just love the whole song. But in that speed, you just have to sit down and like, wow.
It resonated.
You know it, right? Man, I want to dance again.
Yes, it put you right back into the dance again. Like, yes, man.
Yeah, you had to meddy on it. You had to meddy on it, and you start going.
You had? Yes.
That was the feeling.
It worked.
Yes. My music, my style, my lovers love it. Love it.
Nice. I appreciate
if you went to a blues party here in the UK, what they used to call the what they used to call it, Sharon?
Well, look at Shabeen. Well, Shabeen. What them call it? Shabeen. The Shabeen. Yeah.
That's right.
Shabeen.
That's right. This is what they will call something like wallpaper music.
Rubber. Yes, a wallpaper music, man.
The minute
rubber
this
the wallpaper.
You plaster up on the wall. You plaster up on the wall. Yeah, you look at dance.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna play a few bars, and then I'm gonna play a few bars of Queen Majesty because you told us.
Yes. Please
take a listen.
That one surprised me.
You can hear it okay, right?
Yeah.
You were my very first love, and I loved you more than anything in this whole world. Why did you leave me to cry? Oh, my baby. At times when I pass you by, I can feel my teardrops rolling down my eyes. Why did you leave me to cry? Oh, my baby, I wanted you to be my bride, and forever will you stay by my side. Why did you leave me to cry?
I know. I can see Sharon is on cloud 29. I can see it. The dance of your life.
I said, Sharon singing the harmony.
Yes, man, that me I say. Sing
oh,
it,
you
sing
mean?
it. I love that song.
I appreciate
that song. Woo! Yes, we need that.
Let's play Queen Majesty.
Yes. Another favorite.
Listen. Jesus.
May I speak to thee?
You know I had to pull it up. I had to
pull it up. Pull it up and come again.
Sleepy Wonder, Unanava. Sharon, I know you're on cloud 29. I can see it. Sharon, I can
No
see it.
words. There is no words because
Anne
this
Swinton,
is
I
what.
can see it. Anne Swinton
Listen,
gave 3
no
love
words.
hearts. Somebody said pull up. Somebody said lard. Somebody said kaboom.
Yes, Sleepy. Are you that?
Let's
I'm
go
just
one
sitting
more
here
time.
enjoying the flowers and the candy. I'm just sitting
Yes. Take it, man.
One more
Thank
time.
All
you.
We
the
have to go one
flowers.
more time. One more time.
Thank you.
One more time. Put some respect behind him name.
Put some
Legend.
respect for my name.
You see it there.
Turn it up.
So much I long to speak to you alone.
Yes.
I agree. I'm not of your society. I'm not a king of some Amsterdam, but my soul true. I'm singing. Go just a bitch, girl. Oh, you're almost a bar.
Sharon, come off of that cloud 29. Come off of cloud 29, man.
Listen, Sleepy, me don't know what you do, you know.
I was just doing what I'm supposed to do to keep the lights on.
You listen to me.
I'm glad that it's doing things to you though, Sharon. It's supposed to.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I miss. We need that. It's not just me. We need that. As soon as that beat drop, we need that.
Yes.
That's the love and the passion in the music. You know
But
what I mean?
Do you know how reluctant I was to release that?
Why?
Because.
I figured it was just too big for me. I figured I am not a caliber to release this. So I reached out to Maury Elias. I reached out to Randall Grass of Shaniki. I reached out to 10-star General Clinton Lindsay. I reached out to about 10 influential industry people. And they all came back with Bring It On.
Right.
They all came back with Bring It On. And I set up a release date. And then when it came out, iTunes had it with a bullet. iTunes had it at, I think it debuted number 15 with a bullet with heat behind it. And they had it as a hot single release. And to get that, you have to be doing better than some Marley.
Yeah.
You have to be doing better than some people, right? Because I'm on the same charts with them. So it debuted at 15 with a bullet with heat. And when Sony sent that to me, because I didn't see it, Sony was like, look, hey, this is what's happening. So I texted them, I was like, are you guys going to help me? They didn't respond. You guys going to help me? They didn't respond. It's all on me. They helped me do nothing.
Listen, you did it justice. It's not just redoing a song, right? We can do covers all day. It's your delivery.
Yes.
It's the feeling that when you put in that music out. That is a classic. One of my favorites as well. Another big favorite for me
as well. You can hear
there's a
tone
certain
behind
tone behind that. Again, it's your delivery. You put
and
the love into it.
And yes, till I was a little bit ashamed, not certain. Because I know the caliber of that song.
Exactly. That's coming from so far back, but you did it justice. You
Thank
brought
you.
it back and did it justice.
Thank
This
you.
is the thing. I've always said on every show I've done over the last 12, 15 years, that if you are gonna do a cover song, you have to do it justice or leave it alone.
Alone. Right.
So there's an
100%.
element of bravery for anyone that goes there and wants to go there and really, put their mark on a, I mean, that song is bigger than Sleepy would ever be. You understand?
Yes.
But
Yes.
Sleepy went there. When he went there, I tried to delve into it. I said, do you really want to hear my truth? And he said, oh, okay, I want to hear it. And I needed to understand why he went there. Share with me if you remember what you said.
When I initially when I clapped the beat, when I produced the track, it was done digitally. I did it in a keyboard. So I sent it over to Kuzi Mellors. And Kuzi would change my keyboard bass to an analog bass, and he changed my keyboard guitar to an analog. So now it came alive on me, right? And he said, Sleeps, you got to dig deep on this. So I re-recorded it. I had the candles, and I had the monkey face on when I was singing it. I tried to do everything, I tried to do everything. And when I got through with it, that's when I sent the demo to my confidants, to you, 10 Star, and to Clinton Lindsay, and to Randall Grass, and Clinton Lindsay. All those guys are my brother, and Shinehead, and Bobo, and Tonto Irie. And I'm cringing, waiting on the responses. I'm cringing. I'm like, okay, somebody just respond. I'm like, okay. And when you respond, you're like, when is it coming, bro? Stop playing. That's what you said. And then Clinton Lindsay said, this is it. If anybody could do it, this is it. And Maury Elias was like, wow, I am blown away. And all the feedback led me to, well, I need to set up a release then, if everybody feels like this. But I was scared. I was shook. And if one of you guys had said no, it would have been the end of this.
No, you did it justice, man. You did it justice. I'm very impressed.
That's what
I love it.
I mean, I've always loved everything about Sleepy Wonder. Sleepy knows that. But I've always been honest about how people deliver a song, If somebody sends me a song, I think I have a duty to let them know what I'm hearing in my own ears, whether it's on key, off key. It doesn't make sense that I lie to someone, say, yeah, because some people don't know how to say.
No. It's the reason why it came to you. The reason why it came to you was a purpose of you could shed some light. So if you're being a yes man and you go, yeah, it could work, but honestly, you don't think it could work, you're setting up a failure.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
You put your mark on a classic tune, this one right here, right?
Yeah.
As another classical version of a great song.
Yeah, it went over real well, beyond my expectations, because I'm the only one over here in the studio. There's nobody here to tell me Sleepy, yeah, there's nobody here. So when I do it honestly and platonically, just to satisfy myself. Then I send it out to my hitters that would tell me yes or no.
Yeah. You did tremendously well, man.
You did well. Yes, I love it.
And the beauty of you as an artist that I love so much, that I'm speaking it into the atmosphere, is the fact that I never know what song you're gonna come with next, but you never cease to amaze me with your selection of classics. Even something as great as Boris Gardner's song, which is another classic of mine. And hear this. It wasn't always a favorite of mine growing up from Boris Gardner, but as I grew older, it just became a song which is dear to my heart, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
And for you
playlist.
to hit it back, Jesus.
It's a playlist from my mom. It's a playlist from my mom. It's a playlist that I grew up hearing. And because she's not here anymore, I tend to gravitate back to those songs to bring me in a little vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
But playing around with these songs also put me in the mind like, I think I could do this, you know? So that's where it's at.
You did well.
Thank you.
You did well. You really did. Love it.
Thank you.
You
Sing
brought
little
it back.
piece, Sleepy. Sing it live and direct for me right now. I want to wake up with you. Sing little piece.
I gotta remember. I want to wake up with you. I want to reach out and find that you're there. I want you to be first thing that I see. I want to wake up with you. I want to lay by your side, baby. I want to feel every beat of your heart. And throughout the night, I want to hold you tight. I want to wake up with you. All this love inside me has been sleeping, waiting till the right one came along. You could share this love that I've been keeping, baby. You could put the music to my song. I want to wake up with you, baby. I want to feel every beat of your heart. And throughout the night, I want to hold you tight. I want to wake up with you. You know? Give thanks.
Let me give you a look at history about that Boris Gardner song, right? You see where he did the video for that song, the actual music video, right?
Yes, he did it in England.
He did it in England. And
Yes.
he did it at a train station called Westbourne Park train station.
Exactly.
That Westbourne Park train station is literally about a 5-minute walk from where I currently live.
For real.
And I ended up, years later, I ended up controlling the whole of the Hammersmith and City line when I used to work for TFL. I was a controller for that whole area.
Yeah, you were in control of the crime scene.
Exactly, everywhere.
Yeah, you were in control of the crime scene. You CSI.
Me.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, when I first saw the video, I said, that's Westbourne Park.
That's it right there. Because I remember the video and I know it was England. And, you know, the girl was it was a beautiful video back then. It was cheap production, but it made the mark.
Right.
It was very cheap production, but it made the mark.
Yeah. Right.
And then we have to mention, because I have to mention my sister, June Powell, who's another lovers rock singer, who did a counteraction to that. And she said, I want to wake up with you, you know? Her version is awesome as well. However, we cannot go any further without me playing Sleepy Wonder's version.
Greetings, one and all. My name is Lloyd Brown, and you are in tune to none other than the 10-star General. Lloyd Brown says a full endorsement. No fit on him.
Okay, let me just get the speed right.
General, I beg you, kick it away.
I wanna wake up with you. I wanna be there when you open your eyes. I want you to be first thing that I see. I wanna wake up with you. I wanna lay by your side, baby. I wanna feel every beat of your heart. And throughout the night, I wanna hold you tight. I wanna wake up with you. All the love inside me has been sleeping, waiting till the right one came along. You could share this love that I've been keeping, baby. You could put the music to my song.
I'm come again. Jawai, I tell you, man, you absolutely smashed it.
I tried my best. Hey, it was either I did it or I didn't do it and get dogged for it. So I had to do it right. It's the truth.
You did the right thing. You did the
You did the
right
right
thing.
thing.
Right. Some people would have been like, why the hell did he do that? What's wrong with him? You know?
Right.
So I decided to handle it the right way, and the results was beautiful.
Yeah, it really
Hand
was.
over to Sharon. I would like to ask anyone out there if you want to ask Sleepy Wonder. Let me correct myself. The legendary Sleepy Wonder. We have to put respect on him there. All right.
Yes.
Yes. So if you want to ask Sleepy Wonder a question, we'll ask for you to unmute and then ask your question. And, you know, we want to give you that opportunity. Before that happens, let me just hand over to Sharon to ask her if she wants to ask Sleepy any further questions.
Well, Sleepy, you kind of like blew my mind on these songs, right? Because
didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I?
Didn't I? Yeah, you did. You kind of blew my mind on these songs because those are like personal favorites of mine. Of course, I would say my mum's music, right? You grew up listening to what your mum will be busy in the daytime, or she'll cook and the music up play. And it's those things. So you're in the back like, yes, man, me like this one. You know what I mean? So you brought it back there. That's Hearticle, Rutical and Hearticle. So, you know, I really appreciate what you've done. There really are no words to express the respect I have for what you've been doing. You know what I mean? You definitely are a staple. You're a staple over here in America, because I remember them times. I was here. I came to America in 1981. So them times you was out. I mean, my brothers were with the sound systems, and then I knew about you and others that were moving around you that time. You know what I mean? And legend is just a little minimal to who you really are. I don't think you've even gotten to your
I
full
appreciate
potential.
That.
Yeah, you haven't even gotten to your full potential yet, but it's coming. You're changing the game again, because the music industry on the whole is very skewed.
Yes, it is.
It's very skewed, and it's actually sad to see, but there is hope.
I hope there's hope. If not, we're going to be in big trouble.
No, there's hope, because you're a part of a bunch of others who are trying to bring it back, because you have to love what you do to put that love into the music. You have to love what you do to put that love back into the music. And it seems like you have not forgotten your roots.
No, I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
You have not forgotten your roots. And I think that's what's the problem, is people forget where they come from.
Yeah,
and then
this is my
it's
whole
just
thing,
become,
Sharon. My whole thing is I've never gotten my solo hoorah. I've gotten hoorahs with the collab with Thievery and with Shinehead and Mad Lion. I've gotten those hoorah. I got big hoorahs, like Grammys and gold records, but my solo hoorah, still searching for it. So I'm still on a quest, you know?
But that's what I'm saying. I was just like, if you think you're there, you haven't reached your potential yet. So this is probably what it is. This is probably your transition now. You know what I'm saying? There is hope. That's what I said. There is hope, because you are part of that hope. You're keeping it alive. So I applaud you. I applaud you, and I commend you in the humblest form that you got it, and you were gonna do it. You're gonna,
I appreciate that.
you know what I'm saying? You're gonna elevate to a level you're gonna be surprised yourself. Trust me on that.
I'm waiting for it.
It's coming. God has blessed you thus far.
Yes,
right?
he has.
God has blessed you thus far. And I'm going to say this, that you spoke of, yes, you have sickle cell. I have family members who have it. It's if it flares up, it's not an easy thing, but that has not stopped you. That is why God has blessed you.
Yes.
Because you never stopped. You never have it like, oh, I'm sick. No, that's just a part of who you are right now. And you're working on it and you're working with it and through it. So your potential is infinite. It's coming.
I like that.
Let me tell you, yes, man, it's coming.
I like that. I really like that. Thank you, Sharon. I really like that.
Yes, 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 yes. It's an honor. It was an honor to speak to you today. You come with so much history, and this is just the beginning for you. This is another chapter. You get to a certain point and you think, oh man, what am I going to do? But your chapter is probably chapter 20 now. Next chapter.
I'm ready to go. I'm warmed up,
chapter.
ready to go.
Yes, man, it'll come.
When is this book gonna end? It not end for no until God says so.
It's not.
It's not. For no. I got way too much to say.
There you go.
That's it. That's what it is.
You know, I just want to piggyback on what Sharon said, because she mentioned something earlier, you know, about your sickle cell. And I have quite a few friends who suffer from sickle cell, and it is, I know they go through excruciating pain.
Yeah.
Just raise the awareness of sickle cell and those who suffer from sickle cell.
Definitely. I would like people to know that sickle cell was manufactured. Back in the foreparents days, back in Africa, our foreparents were dying from malaria. So scientists gathered from east, west, north, or south and came to Africa, and they found a way to manipulate the cells so that the malaria would not latch onto it. But what happened, it backfired, and sickle cell started killing people more than malaria. So I'm saying if you manipulated the cells, it got to be some way you could undo it. But you know, me and all my sicklers being sick, it's a money-making pharmaceutical situation. So they give us a Band-Aid. Every time I get sick, they pump me full of morphine and send me home. It's a Band-Aid. You know? So my awareness is we should start holding Congress and lawmakers accountable, because you guys created this issue. You guys deny AIDS, you deny cancer, you deny diabetes. Okay, I hear you, but what about this? Because I know that you guys created this. It's in history that you guys came to Africa and manipulated the cells, that the malaria could not latch onto it. But because the cells got sickled, the malaria couldn't latch onto it. But this ripple effect is what's called sickle cell, hence the C shape of the cells.
Right.
So I had to let you know that real quick. I'm sorry, but I had to let you know.
Oh, no, I love the fact that you're explaining it, and you know, you can take as long as you want to.
Yeah, that's awareness. Spread the awareness. That's an awareness people really don't know about. So yeah, it's true.
Yeah, true sicklers know. True sicklers know, because when you go to your doctor, he kind of tell you where it came from. You know, so it's not something you could catch. You can't catch sickle cell. Somebody can't give you sickle cell. It's hereditary. That means
it's hereditary.
Yes, if the mother has the trait and the daddy has a trait, chances are that the child is going to have sickle cell. Right. If the mother has a disease and the father has a trait, that's an automatic disease for the child. If the mother has the trait and the father has a trait, it's a 50% the child may not have the trait or the disease.
Right.
Correction. Will have the trait, but not the disease.
Right.
Okay. So it's always good to have a blood test done.
Test early, especially if you're pregnant. There are ways, there's the amniocentesis, is way to find out in the stomach before the becomes. Right. And I'm an advocate for sickle cell. I'm an advocate for sickle cell because my daughter has it and I has it. I gave it to my daughter.
Oh,
Her
your
mom
daughter
only
has
had a
it
trait.
too.
Yeah, her mom's only had a trait. I had a disease, so I gave her the disease.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Well,
Mm.
for everything you've done in the industry, for the way you've raised the awareness of sickle cell. I know personally that you've been through it even quite recently. You just got over an attack as well.
Yeah, I lost my dad to COVID, and then it barely it tried to take me. I barely survived that, so I'm on the rebound right now.
See?
Yeah.
That's why I said what I said. I'm telling you, God not ready for you yet.
No, I'm not ready yet, because with my sickle cell, I would have been an easy candidate to be gone, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. So you just continue to do the good works, because I'm telling you, you're very blessed.
Thank you so much.
And you 100% have these angels. People don't believe in angels, but trust me, they're there. And if you are on a mission, they are always going to be there to guide and protect you. They will be there to carry you through to your next chapter, because your work is not done.
That. I welcome them. You know, the good ones, you know?
Yeah, of course.
The good ones.
And you've got a lot of good people around you. So that's just amazing. And I just say, God bless
Sharon,
you.
so let me understand what you're saying, Sharon. So you know there's going to be another chapter in Sleepy Wonder's life, right?
Well, you know, they call me Miss Cleo, right? So let me tell you again.
Call me now.
Not Miss Nostradamus.
Call me now.
Sleepy know what I'm talking about. Call me now.
Call me now.
Call me now. But for real, if I see something in you, and I've said that too, but listen, quick history, like 10 Star and we went to school together. We go way, way, way back. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we go way back. So he knows that usually if I say something, trust me, it's gonna happen.
It's along the lines.
It's along the lines. If I say something, and I read people very well, and for you, I promise you, watch what's coming for you. You continue on your journey on that right path.
Thank you.
Right? You continue to do that, because you have much to teach. You will be teaching people as they go along in the right way too.
Right.
But you, the artist, come on, man. Legend doesn't even begin to define who you are. Trust me on that.
Yeah, I got more to say. But I got a whole much more to do, whole much more to say. And as long as I have the right people around me, like, I should be able to pass it on to the right avenues.
You will. That is your job now.
Yes, it is.
You are part of the hope that a lot of people, a lot of artists, there's a lot of people in the industry that has lost hope, because the music has been skewed, the mindset has been skewed, everybody's fighting, and there's a small group fighting to keep this going. Yeah. We are a part of that hope too. That's why 10 Star and I doing this, right?
Right.
We are a part of that hope too. So we'd like to continue and have people like you on the bandwagon to keep that hope alive. And I will. You have to keep that hope alive.
I also want to thank you guys, because of avenues like this, we're able to come across and sit down for 2 hours and just speak the truth. You know, and I've been listening to other conversation that you had. Of course, you know, I was a part of the Thriller Bar, you know, interview.
Yeah.
That's my dude. That dude is he's a friend, but not only a friend, he's an inspiration to me. He's a star when I was growing up in jungle. So, you know, I'm on your program. I like your program, in tune to it, whether I'm on it or not. So continue to do it. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yeah, we're honored.
Are you named Sleepy Wonder?
Now that me I say, I'm not sleepy for nothing, you know. You can't see anything, but them can't sleep.
We need to find a new category for sleepy, right?
Yes.
I like that. They keep looking at these eyes and think I'm sleeping, but
yeah, but as I said, you know, things say I sleep, I watch everything, I take everything in.
Yes, everything, Sharon, everything.
I know.
Sleepy, I want to come to you and I want you to, okay, before I come to Sleepy, I have Daddy Maestro down there in Florida. He's saying, Sleepy, he said, what about Bigger Haitian and El General?
Those guys are Bigger Haitian was in the trenches with us in the early 80s. El General, he came in the 90s, and he obviously had that reggaeton breakthrough, which corporate America was pretty much on his side. So he had an easy pass. Bigger Haitian was in the trenches with us. He was ducking the gunshots every night, and he's still doing his thing. And I stay on his page and I give him encouragement because that's my bro for life. Bigger Haitian.
Anybody else have any questions before I hand over to Sleepy to say his few words before we end this show today? I want to give anybody out there the opportunity to unmute and say what they have to say. Big respect to Bigger Ranks, or Diamond Ranks, I should say, in a place. We have the 5LGQPL in the building. We have Sharon Ann Swinton, who's here. Ann Swinton is going to be my guest next week. Another legend right there. We have James Thom here, and we have Ditto, and we had a few others who were here.
That's who I've been talking about in New York. That's who I've been talking about. James Bond, see? So James Bond.
Oh, that's James Bond.
Yes, those dude from Flatbush was ridiculous, and they were paying in my side too. I had to either make friends or kill them or something. But you know, we're brothers now.
James Bond.
Jingles doesn't care. We still got the best music ever seen.
James Bond
doesn't care because more than 2 people will catch you.
They're not hearing us.
Hello.
James.
One was a musical nemesis, and one was a real.
James.
Check yourself a Jingle vaccine. Your
I have to mute him because he's got something on in the background, which is he's got something on in the background. But yeah, bless up James Bond.
James Bond, those guys, yo, when I came to the States, those guys had Flatbush on smash. The only thing that happened was me end up on Third World, which was a bigger set, and then move on to Minimart, was the set in Brooklyn. Right. But James Bond and Screecher done come on Minimart, and we are brothers. But those guys were thorn in my side because they were really good.
Well, big up yourself, James Bond, because I heard of James Bond at the time, you know. I know he was a reputable name back in the history, you know.
He took on everybody. He don't care. He take on anybody that comes. Papa San, Stitchy. He takes on anybody. He's lyrically inclined and confident enough to take anybody. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he got Bobo by his side, that he knows there's no way he can lose.
Right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and create a show where we can talk about the New York scenes. I'm going to try and bring people like Denroy Morgan, Mikey Jarrett, and all those guys who were big hitters in New York at the time, so we can share memories.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. We should do that. I like that. Yeah.
Says Peter Rankin, you know?
Yeah.
Peter Rankin is another name. Yes, you're right.
Yes. Ski on Success, put it on, from promoter make we put it on, you know.
And we do know for a fact that Sluggy Ranks, before he's passing away, somebody who I knew very well, sadly he passed away, but he was a big name in New York, a very colorful individual at the same time.
Yes, he was.
He
was loved.
Yeah, he was. I want to hand over to you, Sleepy. Is there anything that we haven't spoken about that you feel that you would like us to know?
Well, it was a gap between the dancehall to the Shinehead to the Thievery Corporation. Somebody just typed in the diversity between reggae and reggae hip hop. At that time, it was mostly artists trying to cross over. Okay, we were stuck in the mud, so to speak. It was so much of us. And we only get a chance to shine when we get to the dance halls. You know what I mean? So like when Shine had picked me up and started putting me on his projects, which was funded by Warner Brothers, he might get $1 million in advance and stuff. Like, I know I was on a big plateau. Then we did a song with the Bonge Americans and Shinehead and Mud Lion, a song called Gotta Get Mine, and that was huge. You know, then Chuck Chill Out gave me a deal. He got me on Strictly Rhythm, and I did a song called Rookie. It's a segment of stuff that's missing, but I would just fight through them as I know, you know, we're edging on time. But yeah, I dibble and doubled with the reggae hip hop stuff, and that made me a stronger person because I wasn't just Sleepy from the hood anymore. It was hip hoppers saying, "Whoa, bring Sleepy on." You know, now I'm crossing over. That's a beautiful sign when you step in the club uptown and people are going, "Oh, that's Sleepy." You know, that means it's working. So, you know, Red Fox, Sheleton, that Shinehead, you know, those people had a very strong influence on that market, and I was fighting there with them. So beautiful.
Okay.
Let me ask you another question. Where does your fearlessness for being able to reinvent yourself, so to speak, come from? Where does that fearlessness come from?
Hey, me, I tell you this, but don't think so me all about myself and my vein and them things there. Me not have no fear. It's either it work or it don't work. And I've reinvented myself 3-4 times already on levels that got me Grammy nominations and gold records and hit records. Sleepy the dancehall artist, right? Then Shine on Sleepy the reggae hip hop artist, right? Then we do a song with Bonge American and Mud Lion and Shine It and that bus big pun hip hop station, right? Then there was that Thievery Corporation era that I'm still in when I cross over on a whole different level. If anybody wants to talk about reinventing, if you look up the name reinventing, it'll be a picture of me on that level. Then we just stop DJ dancehall and start sing Lovers Rock song, and that's been working. I've been reinventing myself probably more than whatever they are named. The Kardashian father. Shoot. I'm not saying anything derogatory. I'm just saying I've been reinventing myself 4 or 5 times and it's been working. And I got some more waiting. So that's it.
Let me ask you another question. I guess the next question for me to ask you would be, what is in store for Sleepy Wonder right now? What can we expect from you from this point forward?
That's a good question. I like that. After I finished compiling this Champion Reggae with the covers and I released that, I'm going back to the Raga Sleepy that you all know. I'm going to call I'm gonna pick some fights. I'm gonna call some names, and if them stupid for jumping at a fight, they're just involved. You see what I'm saying? Because no, me have a bigger fan base, me have a bigger supporting base, and they don't want nothing to do with me. The best thing to do is just take my assault and leave it alone.
Jesus, bread. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is exclusive information, exclusive.
Me I talk to James Bond, me I talk to Skeechy, and me I talk to Shine It, all Bobo General, the whole of them can get
it. Let me ask you another question. Knowing what the current dancehall scene is like today.
Say that again. My phone is...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Like, knowing what the current dancehall scene is like today, it's in need for a makeover. I wouldn't even say makeover, but, you know, greater attention needs to be placed on the dancehall scene. I guess my next question to you would be, if a current talented dancehall artist approached you and said to you, what do I need to do to break into the dancehall arena? What do I need to do to shine? What do I need to do in order to know about the industry? How would you eloquently advise him?
Well, what never changed was my whole perspective on talent and how I deal with upcoming talent and people with talent. Lee Major, the boss, he was an artist in New York. No, he's one of the prominent figures in New York on radio, and he never forget the way how I embraced him and stuff. Either which way, what I'm saying is, you have certain artists now that I still have respect for. See, this is Merciless. You see Agent Sasko. You see Busy Signal. And you see Damian Marley. Them dudes is still carrying the banner on some real lyricist business.
Yeah.
Right? So I have total respect for them dudes. No, those little reggae trap that's going on now, that they're singing a little hook on some trap music and stuff. It's not in my wheelbarrow. It's not in my wheel. It's not in my wheel gear. It's not in my wheelhouse. It missed me totally, and not because it's whack or anything. I'm not saying it's whack. I'm just saying it didn't resonate with me. It didn't connect with me.
Right.
So I tend to kind of stay away. You know what I'm saying? So, those people that have the 3 million views and the 4 million views, and I'm not saying I don't believe you, but honestly, I don't believe you, So I gravitate to the coffee, the Lila Ikes. I gravitate to the Tanya Stevens. I gravitate to the Junior Ranks and the Maka Diamond and the Nadine Sutherlands. I gravitate there because those are safe grounds. Those are grounds that when I hear them, I'm like happy. I'm in my happy space with it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean, I just no disrespect to anybody. But if you feel disrespected, I have a track record, come see me.
Let's come to Sharon in Germany. Sharon Bentley is saying, ask Sleepy about him, what's this? Diversifying to hip hop.
Say that again.
Sharon Bentley in Germany, she's saying, ask Sleepy, what about him, which is you, diversifying to hip hop?
It was a beautiful element. At the time, Shinehead was doing it. In the early 90s, Shinehead was the first to sign to a major label to cross over to hip hop. And then you had the KRS ones, and then you had the Lieutenant Stitches and the Papa Sons and the Beanie Mans and all those guys, the Bounty Killers. They all had a piece of it. But then you had other people that took it and went further with the Shaggies and stuff, because while the big record label wasn't trying to pay big money, by the time Shags came to it, Shags showed them that it was okay to spend millions on him. So he won. And the Sean Pauls, the Sean Pauls and those guys won. And I applaud them. But it was needed because if you check the stats, you find out that hip hop came from reggae. From
reggae, that's right.
Kool Herc is Jamaican.
Kool Herc.
Kool Herc is Jamaican. So if you're trying to say, Kool Herc just found a way for his people on the block to, okay, let me not play this rubber dub thing. Let me put a hip hop snare in it, and then he noticed people them start doing this, So he found a way to kind of like merge both. So he's the godfather of hip hop, and he's Jamaican. So you can take that from what I just said.
Absolutely.
And we have to remember also the part that Denver Morgan played personally. Even after I think it was the Black Eagles or something like that. It was with a band called Black Eagles. However, he did a hip hop song called I'll Be Good to You. I forget the name of the song.
That was Denroy Morgan.
That's Denroy Morgan, yeah.
Yeah.
So he played a
I give
huge
the
part.
world to you. If you
That's
wanted
it.
to, I'll give
That's it.
anything to you.
That's it. That's it.
I give
That's it.
most everything. Yep.
That's the first. That was the first reggae song to cross over and sold millions before Bob Marley.
Yes. Yes.
That and the other song called "Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting."
Yes.
That was a Jamaican artist.
Yes.
And they crossed
That's
over.
right.
They crossed over. So then you're talking about, Nikki that came to England and sing "Because I'm a Black Man," Prince Busters. It's a follow-up of those guys.
Yeah.
Millie Small, My Boy and Lollipop. Jamaican music was crossing over for a while. It's just that there wasn't no presentation about it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Social media did not exist. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sleepy,
Yep.
anything else you would like to tell us before we call this a day?
I just picked up a project from Blackout J in England.
Okay.
And I'm putting out a single with him in January 31st, if all goes well. I submitted it today. We're having some problems because Sony has a platform where that's how you submit the project, with all the metadata and stuff like that. But you keep kicking back the track. So I have them sorting out the track to send it back to me today, and I'll definitely submit this track and have the project ready for the 31st of January. Then after that, I have my neo soul artist, Eddie Barringer. He's coming out in February. And then there's a Sleepy Wonder single that you, Mr. 10 Star, you already had the demo for that. So
okay,
that'll be coming.
Amen.
The label is staying busy. The label is staying busy.
Sleepy.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to do an a cappella for some of the ladies. Just do anything Sleepy style.
For some of the ladies?
For the ladies in particular.
Ladies in particular. All right. Then I must say this. You were my very first love. And I loved you more than anything in this whole world. Why did you leave me to cry? Oh, my baby. At times when I pass you by, I can see the teardrops rolling down my eye. Why did you leave me to cry?
Why Sleepy Wonder?
Well, my lighter, I can't find my lighter. Lighter.
Use the matches. Use the matches.
Sleepy, God bless you, my brother. It's always a blessing to have you on my show, and we're always going to be bringing you back again and again and again.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, 10 Star.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody that's listening, giving me a platform. Said ever since I was young, if you put me in front of a crowd, I'll be acting up. It's what I do. So I'm grown now, mature, but I still be acting up.
Right, still the same. There you go. Yes.
Sharon, over to you.
Again, thank you so much for coming on. It was just such an honor conversing with you and, digging up all the history, but I wish you well. And yes, we want you to come back. We want you to come back. I'm excited for when you come back next time, what you will have for us. And I look forward to what's coming. God bless you, my friend.
God bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you so much. And Happy New Year.
To you too, brother.
Okay. God bless you, my bro.
Best of 10 Star. We'll talk soon, bro.
Yes, definitely. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a couple of Sleepy Wonder tracks back to back. Just like this, just for another 5 minutes, you know, before we sign
on
off.
your move. On your move.
You were my very first love, and I loved you more than anything in this whole world. Why did you
leave me
to cry?
Yes.
Oh, my baby. Woo. At times when I pass you by, I can feel my teardrops rolling down my eyes.
Why did you
leave me to cry? Oh, my baby. Ooh. I wanted you to be my bride, and forever would you stay by my side. Why did you leave me to cry?
Well, at the 10-star general, I drop them on there.
Greetings, one and all. My name is
Yes.
none other than the 10-star general. Like Brown says, so full endorsement. No fit on an epaulette, you get me? 10-star general, I beg you, kick it away.
I wanna wake up with you. I wanna be there when you open your eyes. I want you to be first thing that I see. I wanna wake up with you.
Yeah.
I wanna lay by your side, baby. I wanna feel every beat of your heart. And throughout the night, I wanna hold you tight. I wanna wake up with you. All the love inside me has been sleeping. Waiting for the right one come along. You could share this love that I've been keeping, baby. You could put the music to my song.
Wheel and come again.
Yes.
May I speak to thee? So much I love to speak to you alone. Truly I agree. I'm not of your society. I'm not a king that's a living still, but my soul I'll sing.
Sleepy.
Don't just live still. And we are almost apart.
You're in tune to the original 10-star general. modern technical field marshal, immortal intellectual, this jacket that moves the whole wide world. And can never die. You know about DJ. Rising the awareness. You don't see the 10-star general.
I can feel those thrills walking over.
Yes, Senora Big Sound Boy. It's very, very foolish for you to test the original 10-star general, right? You know, Senor?
Bless up James Bond. Maybe we're gonna have Sharon. We're gonna think about getting James Bond onto the show, man.
Yeah, I
He's
think we
one
have
of
to
the
do that, you
crucial
know.
pillars in New
Yeah.
York. He said this was a fantastic session today. I enjoyed it. He enjoyed himself here on Zoom today. So we bless up James Bond.
Yay, good.
We're gonna leave that over to Sleepy Wonder to make it happen with James Bond, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Make that happen. Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Sound like a
Sounds like a
plan.
plan, but that James, that's James Thumb, that's my cousin. He's a DJ, Jimmy T Experience. I was talking about James Bond, the DJ James Bond.
Oh, we thought he was James Bond.
Oh, no, that's my cousin. That's my cousin in DC. Yeah, the Jimmy T Experience. Big up, Jimmy.
All right, Jimmy, bless up yourself. Let's go back to Sweet Sensation, because what you did was Sweet Sensation was dynamic. Take a listen.
Fantastic. Love it.
Yes, James Bond. Oh, James Tom.
James Tom. James Tom. Jimmy T Experience.
Tom.
Yeah.
Bless
All
up
right.
yourself.
Later. One love.
All right.
When you held me tight.
They say that was a false start, and in comes the original start. So take a listen.
I can feel those thrills walking over. When you held me tight. Now I feel those pains taking over. When you said goodnight. Oh, what sweet sensation. Love, what sad emotion. You have love and devotion, yeah. And I won't forget your charms. Now there's nothing left for me to say, girl, but stay in your world. You've got so much soul deep inside, girl, and love that's richer than gold. Oh, what sweet sensation. Love, what sad emotion. You got love and devotion, yeah. And I won't forget your charms.
Hey world, this is Candyman. Yeah, and you're tuned into the original 10-star general.
I'm gonna leave you with this one. It's called Corporate Greed. It's another favorite song of mine, and I tell you, this song is just bombastic. This is gonna be the last one. Do remember on Saturday you can join us here once again. My guest will be, or our guest will be, Carl Malcolm. You remember the man who sang No Gesturing, right?
My artist.
Darling, I love your daughter.
Yeah, my artist that.
You remember that?
Of course.
You can't forget that.
Can't forget. Now, Carl Dawkins is a personal artist of mine. I take him seriously, so I'll be listening.
Not Carl Dawkins, you know, Carl Malcolm.
Carl Malcolm.
Yeah.
Him same one me I talk about.
All right, Carl Malcolm. Yeah.
Him same one me I talk about.
No gesturing. He's gonna be here, right here on this show. So bless up everyone. This is gonna be the last track by Sleepy Wonder. It's called Corporate Greed. He's talking about one bag of things. Open your ears to this one.
Woe be unto the man who fights us with corporations. Woe be unto the man who fights against the programs. Spread out a stone, money and trees. No one you can't break me. I can't get you out of the money and trees. I'm on my way, can't break me, boy. Government greed, boy. Can't break greed, boy. Government greed, boy. Bread out a stone, money and trees. I'm on my way, I can't get no out of the road, money and trees. You want to go and make me see you every day and you are tell me you care. But you are charged with water and beer, and it a get more expensive.
So, James Tom, can you hear me? Unmute yourself if you would for me, please.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, so the Raising the Awareness show is going to be taking place on Thursday at, I'm not too sure what part of town.
Maryland,
What's
East Coast, Eastern Standard Time, Maryland.
Oh, great. That's going to be 11 a.m.
And that's every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
And then on Saturday? What?
On Saturday.
Saturday is going to be for the same time.
11 o'clock on Saturday. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the record, I do have a show at on Thursday nights from 9 to 11 p.m. East Coast time.
Okay.
It's an ad station right here in Washington, D.C. called WFFR Sunshine Radio. I sent the information to Sleepy already, so he knows about it.
Well, drop some more information into the chat room before I end the line.
All right, will do. Peace and love.
We'll support you, yeah?
Cool runnings.
All right, brilliant.
All right.
That's what it's all about. It's all about supporting each other. It's all about supporting each other. We're here to support them. They're here to support us. That's how the music industry should be. So once he gives us some information, we'll be rolling over there on a Thursday. I guess he's going to be there tonight, 11. Is it 11 tonight? Or is it gone already? When is your show, sir?
I'm typing it now, 9 to 11 p.m. East Coast time. 9 to 11 p.m. East Coast time in Maryland.
So we still have enough time. All right. So we're going to roll over there later.
I'm going to type the information now.
All right, brilliant. There you have it. All right, ladies and gents. So we're going to play this one more time. This is called Corporate Greed. This is Sleepy Wonder. I'm talking about a whole lot of things in there.
Beyond to the man who fights us with corporations. Woe beyond to the man who fights against this program. Bread out a stone, money and trees. No one you can't break me. I can't get you out of money and trees.
Thank you, Daddy Maestro. Thank you, Diamond Rank. Thank you, Ann Swinton. And thank you, Sharon Bentley. Thank you, James Tom. Thank you, the 5LGQPL. And thank you, Sharon Mango, my co-host. God bless you, my sister.
Yes, my brother. God bless you. Till the next time. Sleepy.
Are you named Sleepy?
I'm named Sleepy.
With legend in front of it.
Yeah, you have to put the legend in front of it.
All right. See,
one love.
Bless up here, sir. Cousin.
Right, yes, sir. Thanks again. All the best. Later.
You and your corporate me, I can't get you out of road for the artist. You and your corporate me, government greed, boy, boy. Corporate greed, boy, boy. Government greed, boy, boy. Corporate greed, boy, boy. Milk out a stone, money a trees. I'm a bending knees. I can't get bread out a stone, money a trees. I'm a bending knees. But give them, yeah. Whoa, bread out a stone.